All right, man. It's Thursday. It's not freeform because you see Mooger. Mooger's never on BS. But what's up, Jerry?
Yeah, Mooger's actually in a white room, but I don't see any black curtains.
Black
What's
out.
going on?
Are you at the station?
Yeah, all right. What's going on, man? I'm trying. It's fucking freezing. I'm sick. It sucks. It's been a shitty day. I'm not very happy. I'm in a piss poor fucking mood. So
Oh no.
You had a
let's get
shitty
this
day. I've
shit
been
going.
having a shitty week because all those fuckers on the East Coast get a week
And I'm
off
gonna
for
make sure.
President's Day.
I'm gonna
Go
make
to
sure I bring
Disneyland. It pissed me off.
I'm gonna make sure I bring my shitty day to all of you guys for being on tonight. So.
Hey, Jerry, you had a shitty day. I'm saying I had a shitty week so far. 4 days of
Nah, dude.
fucking
I'm
idiot
okay.
people. You
I'm
know
okay.
where they're coming? They're coming from the East Coast. Do you know they get a week off called ski week
What?
for
Yeah.
fucking the East Coast in New York?
I don't know where the hell you're talking about because nobody over here
This
gets
is
off.
what all the guests were telling me. I said, "You guys are from New York. Why are you guys off
They
this week?"
they
And
must
go,
be
'cause
some
it's
they
ski
must be
week."
some rich upper class people because nobody around here is getting a week off.
New
I
York.
No way
absolutely
around here.
love the East Coast. I love New York City.
We barely get a day off.
Well, they must be because they afford Disneyland. That's like $1,000 a ticket there. You know, it's like, damn. If I
I
didn't
love
work
New
there,
York
I
City.
wouldn't be going.
And in fact, I want to start getting into hockey, and I don't know if I should what team to follow. So I was thinking maybe the
Florida
Rangers.
Panthers. Oh, come on, Andy.
Oh, come
The
on.
Rangers.
I love New York City.
And
So
anyone but the
Ah.
Range. But they're
Okay,
not
that'd
from
be
New York
great.
City. They're from New
So I
York
can make
State.
I can get
and
on
I'm
you when the
not going up
Panthers beat the
Just
Rangers
Dallas
follow
again.
just
because they're
follow
in
the
Texas.
Ducks so I can make
Hey,
fun
what
of
is
you.
the score of that game, anyways? Anybody watching it? I'm not watching it.
Stop!
1-0 Canada.
Stop!
What is it
One
again, Andy?
person talk.
1-0
One
Canada.
person talk.
All right, let's get off the show.
Let's go. I'm gonna introduce everybody, Jerry.
All right, you do it, man. I don't want to talk tonight, man.
Fuck.
All
Are you
right,
gonna
fuck.
are you
dude.
gonna do the fucking list?
No, you are
Hell
your
yeah,
show.
we are.
I always let you do the list.
Fine,
All right,
I'll do the
guess I got
fucking list.
I'll do the list.
I'll do the list.
All right,
do
I'll
the
introduce.
fucking
We
list.
got the Mooger Fooger here from Freeform Rock Podcast, Decibel Geek fame. We got Andy Rodriguez, and we got Joseph Staub, and we got Travi Patty. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, Patty.
What's up,
I'm
man?
ready to rock. I'm ready to
Rock
rock.
and roll. So what we're
Hey,
doing?
I saw Jared Cantrell last night.
Oh yeah? How was that?
We already talked about it. It's good.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. Booger, you're fucked up. Are you gonna be able to make it through the whole show?
Dude, this
I'm
is
good.
the
Like
rock.
I said, you'll see this in a few minutes.
Hey, it's rock and roll, man.
The
Hey,
best of Mooger.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, Jerry.
yeah,
You can
man.
only hope. You can only hope, buddy.
In a way, it's expected from you, man, which is cool. It's a good thing. I'm not making fun of you. It's like
He
it's one
hasn't
of
done
the
that on Freeform in a long
it's
time.
one of the what do you call that?
No, I love 1989, and I love these songs I'm going to pick. So I'm here. I'm here.
Well, I'm just gonna make a CD. I did have a side one and a side two. I'll just make a fucking CD then. Because it is 1989, the era of the CD. We're doing our top 11 songs, K-Tel CD, tonight. But before that, let's get into the bullshit, man. And I just got a little rant here because I put this up that Ozzy is not going to be able to do a full set with Sabbath. We've already expected that, people. But all the vile and hate that Ozzy was getting and Sharon was like, do you guys realize Sharon isn't making any money off of this? It's all going to Parkinson's disease and a charity. It's not a month. She's not getting a fucking final payday from this show. It's for charity, people. Do you guys read? Do you know how to read? It's all for charity. Ozzy's gonna get up there and do a couple songs of Sabbath. He's gonna do a couple solo songs, and he's gonna leave. Give the man a break. He's got fucking Parkinson's disease, bitches. What do you expect him to do? What do you guys think about that, Joseph?
I mean, you could probably look back 6 months ago on a show that we did. I didn't think that this was going to happen to begin with. I still don't think it's. I think people that have any sort of expectation for what it's going to be are going to be severely disappointed. I think it's going to be a bunch of other bands performing and then Ozzy singing like two songs, and that's going to be what it is. And anyone who got their hopes about it being a Black Sabbath reunion or anything like that is going to be greatly disappointed. I cannot wait to see the backlash after the show from all the people that paid money to go see this. I'm sure there's people that are going to have a great time because they know what they're expecting, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that have their hopes set way too high on it and are going to spend the next 10 weeks bitching on the internet about it. And I don't particularly care one way or the other. If you enjoy it, cool. If you don't, sorry. That's what it is. I mean, I don't think anybody expected in 2025 for Ozzy to be doing much of anything on a stage. So if you have your hopes up about it, that's your own thing. If he goes up and gets to do one or two songs, it's cool for people who are fans of it. And I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, I'm happy if he just gets up there and goes, "Oh yeah," and points at the audience and walks off.
That might be all you get.
Honestly, it'll probably
I've
be the happiest I've probably be the happiest I've ever been to hear the song Paranoid.
Yeah.
Because that's probably all he's gonna do. It's a 2-minute song. Do that and be done with it.
Yeah, the thing is they have a who's who of metal playing. It's gonna be a great show,
who's
by
that?
the way. Metallica and
See, that's the who's who, and then you look towards the bottom of the list, and it's a who's that.
well, I know a lot of
Like
those people.
who's that, Joseph?
I don't even know. That's why I said it.
Sammy Hagar,
That's the who's that.
That's not the who's that. That's the who's who. Come on.
They're gonna be part. They're gonna be part of that. They're gonna have
Sammy
a house
Hagar
band.
sticks out like a sore thumb on that line.
I don't think so.
Tool has been added to it.
Yeah, Tool's
Yeah,
there.
Tool, Guns N' Roses have been added to it. Like that makes sense. Sammy Hagar makes no sense at a Black Sabbath concert.
Well, he's going to be part of the house band where they're just going to have a band that jams and other singers are going to come up and jam with the house band. That's why Jakey Lee is part of the house band.
I mean, come on, Joseph. Sammy Hagar has been a part of hard rock since the mid '70s until today.
Hard rock?
Yeah, and Montrose. His solo albums, hard rock. Yeah.
I know he's a friend of Ozzy.
Oh,
He's a friend of everybody.
I've never seen anybody who doesn't like Ozzy except for Alex.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. Maybe Sammy will sing. I don't know. It'll all come into fruition soon. I don't know.
Well, let's put Sammy between rock and roll and hard rock. He's there in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you think about the show, Mooger?
It is what it is. I mean, come on. Right?
I guess so. I wasn't expecting, like Joseph said, I'm not it's not like they did it to make money. They're doing it for charity, and people don't seem to miss that little fine print. It's for charity. Ozzy has MS, his son has MS, and he's giving it to a children's charity also who have MS. So it's for a very good cause. If he gets up there, like I said, just goes, "Oh yeah, I'm happy with that, man." And Bill Ward is there, motherfuckers. Love Bill Ward. At least, even if Ozzy doesn't sing with Sabbath, there's plenty of capable singers that could take his spot. Rob Halford did it on Ozfest one year. So there you go, man. Well, what do you think about it, Andy?
Well, anybody that thinks that they're going to get Ozzy from the '70s or '80s or even '90s are out of their mind. The man suffering from Parkinson's disease. The man is in his mid 70s. All those people that are complaining about it, I would like to see how you're going to be doing your job in your mid 70s. Come on. The man has done it for over 50 years. Leave him alone. If he wants to if they're going to have a little shindig to say goodbye to their hometown of Birmingham, it's not like they're touring to your town. It's not like all these people that complain about it are actually going to go to Birmingham to watch this anyway. So, more power to them. I hope that Ozzy goes out with a smile. And because Ozzy's one of my favorites of all time. I've seen him several times. I've seen Black Sabbath twice, once with Bill Ward and once without. So I've had my fill of Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm jealous of you. I've never got to see Ozzy live.
So the first time I saw him, I was in high school. The first time I saw him, but I hope everything goes well for him. And we love you, Ozzy. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Oh, Travi, Patty, what do you think about that?
Ditto on what Andy said. 100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, if you're expecting to see do the whole like Black Sabbath debut album in its entirety, it's not going to happen. I mean, you got to go there I mean, is anybody really going there with high expectations? Really? I mean,
I think some
don't
people
think
are,
so.
and that's the
Really?
people that are going to be complaining afterwards.
Yeah, I just, I would if I had the the ability to be there, I would not be expecting much except to have a good time. That'd be the only
Exactly.
what to be expected. I'm not expecting, like Andy said, even the Ozzy of the '90s. That's, I mean, what is going to be there? I mean, a man is sick, man. He's, I mean, it all depends. It's all going to depend on the night too, because when you have a disease like that, it's day by day how you feel too. So that'll determine. And have people, I've had people in my family that have had that. And they've had good days and bad days. So, I mean, but all in all, it's not going to be a masterpiece performance, man. It's just go there and have fun, man. It's just an honor to be there, man. Enjoy it.
And to go see the who's who of hard
Yeah.
rock and
Except for
heavy
that one
metal.
guy. Except for that who's that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But who have shared their lives with Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
No.
Come on.
You're right,
I mean,
Andy. I hear you.
that's what it really is a celebration of Ozzy and Sabbath.
Isn't Judas Priest there also?
I don't remember seeing their name on the list.
I think they are playing. But what do you guys? I was watching.
I will say one thing. I am happy that Jakey Lee is going to be there.
Oh yeah, me too.
Maybe Ozzy will come out and just sing "Bark at the Moon" and leave too. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
what do you guys? I was watching the 50th thing of SNL, and it was funny. Bill Murray's up there giving like the top 10
weekend update.
Weekend update. I think Norm Macdonald was number 3.
And
I just found out they're going to make a documentary about Jude Apatow directing on Netflix. Man, what do you guys think about Norm getting his own documentary, Joseph?
I mean, that's great. I mean, his life story is fascinating, and then I mean, even just his time on SNL, and then getting fired, and then the story of them like asking him like a year later to come back and host, and he's just like, "What? You literally fired me a year ago, and now you want me to come back and host?" And he did it, and he made fun of them the whole time, and it was great. But I mean, really, one of the guys keeping that show alive in a time where they were kind of between casts. They were between the cast of the late 80s and the early 90s and then the cast of the late 90s, and he was really at the spearhead of a lot of that. And I mean, one of the funniest guys that was ever on that show, and I'm glad that they honored him and honored a few of the other guys as well on Saturday night that we no longer have around. And then of course getting Paul McCartney to come in and close it all out.
He sounded pretty good for almost an 80-year-old.
He did.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a great set of songs to pick. The entire time when I saw that he was going to be on it, that was what I was hoping he'd play. And so I'm really glad that they got him to do the end medley.
Yeah, man, I love Paul. I think we're all huge Beatle fans here.
Oh yeah.
But I just gotta say, man, when Adam Sandler did that song and he talked about Norm Macdonald and Chris Farley, it brought a tear to my eye because that was my thing, SNL, ever since I was a kid. My stepdad, 77, I stayed up with him and we watched SNL. I watched the original cast. I watched it when Chevy Chase left. I watched it. 75. I was watching it with them whenever it started. I watched the first episode. I remember that as a kid. That's before even music came. It's like I remember B-52s being on there, all these bands being on there and there's some bands I didn't like ABBA was on the first season. I go, fuck that. I said it as a kid. I go, Bill, I don't like that band. So I remember that. So SNL gave me a lot of good memories.
Zappa was on there twice and then got kicked off.
What about you, Mooger, with Norm Macdonald? Hey, Norm Macdonald's two good movies. He had one with Danny DeVito and David Chappelle, and the other one with the Revenge for Hire. And Screwed, and the other one I own, and I can't remember the name of it. I love both of them though.
Dirty Work.
Huh? Dirty Work fucking rules. Fucking Chris Farley in there with an Asian horror bit.
All good, man. All good.
Hey, there's dead hookers in the trunk. His deadpan delivery was just like amazing. What do you think about the documentary of Norm Macdonald coming out soon, Mooger?
It's good. It's good.
He's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Andy. Are you
Yeah,
going still, Mooger?
There you go. There you go.
Go ahead,
I'm
Amy.
good.
yeah. I am
He's just here for the 1989 list.
Yeah, we'll get to that list. We'll get to your list so you can read it off, man.
Yeah, I am. I am looking forward to the Norm Macdonald documentary. And you were reading online that the SNL was too long. I could have had another hour.
I could
too.
have at least another 2 hours of it.
I
Yeah.
was happy to see when they started with those two girls started saying, "Let's go for coffee." I go, "Where's Mike Myers?" And he goes, "Somebody say coffee." And I go, "That's fucking perfect."
There
And
was
Coffee talk.
there was a couple of sketches that I wasn't a huge fan of, and unfortunately, it was some of the newer stuff. Like
Oh.
I found the Lawrence Welk one. I usually love when they do those characters.
I love that. And
I found that
I
one.
love that with Christian Wiig doing it.
I love when they do that. I love.
Oh, I
when they
love
do
Kristen
done
Wiig.
that,
She is.
but
one
I
of the
just found
funniest.
that particular one really unfunny. Like I just it was,
Judy.
I just felt
love
like
that.
Will
That's
Ferrell
funny.
was like he seemed kind of lost with it.
He always does that. He did that
But-
in that show.
But like in the past, like I found that sketch really funny. Saturday, I just didn't
Yeah.
really find it that funny. And there was a
Okay.
couple other ones where I was like, meh. But
I wish
overall,
he
I
would
thought
have
it
did
was
the
hilarious.
Target lady.
The Debbie Downer one wasn't that great either. Yeah, that's
No.
usually one of the funnier
No,
ones.
it wasn't because they didn't let her be downer as much.
Yeah.
No,
And
that
Jimmy
one wasn't.
Fallon gets on my nerves sometimes.
Yeah, that went on that one. The
And the Robert De Niro fake choking her was like fake looking.
what was I the
What are you supposed to do? Really choke her, Mark?
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be fake.
Get into it. You're an actor.
The,
Act like you're actually doing it.
the musical one was really way too long. The when it went through each decade.
The New York one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of boring.
That one I didn't get. that
David
one I
Spade
didn't
even
get.
went and sat back down. It
Yeah.
was so boring.
Like there were parts of it that were great, like with
The
Nathan
heroin
Lane
needle.
snorting.
The heroin
The heroin needle
first.
was funny, and then
That was
Nathan
pretty,
Lane
yeah.
snorting cocaine off the
Yeah.
table and doing
Yeah.
the Lion King.
I don't like John, whatever his name is. I never thought he was funny.
John Mulaney.
Yeah, he's not. That's
Yeah, he gets kind of annoying.
I think
I
he's
can only
funny
take him
in certain
small,
ways,
though.
but that was
Yeah.
just too much.
It's like if you order Seinfeld off a Wish, that's who you get.
there was
Yeah,
some, there was
I
some
like
stuff
the
that I thought was
stand-up.
really funny.
I like his stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
I've heard a couple of his albums, and they're really, really good.
yeah, his stand-up's really good, but like
Yeah.
his sense of humor is one of those where it doesn't always fit
No.
on SNL. Which even though he was one of the head writers
Writers.
for a while,
Right.
but
And then the Kate McKinnon skit, the space
one,
alien one.
amazing.
Those are always funny.
those are always funny.
classic.
And then I never realized
Right.
that was the first time that Meryl Streep has ever been on SNL,
Yeah.
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 and that's amazing. But then
Yeah,
and then of course the Eddie Murphy and Kenan Thompson that was
Yeah.
that was so funny.
A lot of backlash for that one. But like
Yeah.
Mark said, if you can't take humor, take it with a grain of salt, then you
Is that the
No,
prison
no.
one?
No,
Yeah.
the prison one.
Okay, the prison one.
Oh, I'm
Keenan-
talking about the Tom Hanks
Keenan-
one.
No,
Keenan
no,
and
no.
Jason Sudeikis did that for
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
The one with
I
That
think
was
of
Scared
I,
Straight.
I love
Yeah.
the digital
Yeah.
short with fucking
That
Andy
one was
Samberg.
good, too.
Anxiety. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, that song was pretty cool.
Yeah. Andy Samberg always brings it. Hey man, anything you got about Saturday Night Live, Travi?
No, I'm more of a In Living Color fan. But I
Whatever.
think that's
they even made that
Years
joke.
ago.
once.
Yeah.
but I do like Norm Macdonald, and I'm looking forward to that documentary.
All right, Jerry. Any
And they're
more
always
on that?
talking about Living Color. It's so old.
So it's
I like to
Live.
live in color. No, I mean,
know,
it's-
but
Yeah, they were a
You
great
know-
band.
Hey, but you know that Damon Wayans was fired off of Living Color, and he had all those characters for Saturday Night Live. He had Homie the Clown, and they wouldn't let him do it.
yeah.
And
But
he
no,
brought-
I mean, I love watching the documentaries of SNL people, man. They're usually
And he-
pretty good.
and he had
Two
men on
things-
film for that too.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't give Chevy or Jane Curtin any screen time during. I thought they'd at least get a little bit.
She was-
Lorraine
I know-
Newman was great with Andy.
Oh,
Samberg.
that
Pete
was funny.
Davidson with Pete
Yeah,
Davidson.
oh,
that
yeah.
was great.
I almost teared up at the end when they were all standing there and Lorraine
Yeah.
and Jane were holding up the picture of Gilda. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, man. So let's move on because Mooger's gonna pass out. Let's
No, I'm not.
So
Come
who
on.
saw I think me and Jerry saw Becoming Led Zeppelin. Any quick thoughts on that, Jerry?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, we talked about it on Andy's show a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know,
That's why
I
said
kind of
quick thoughts.
thought it was incomplete because they ended it at Led Zeppelin 2. So I'm kind of hoping, even though I read that they have no plans of doing another one, I'd like to see them do another, like a second half to it.
Yeah,
or
I sent
something
that to
maybe.
you.
But it was but it was pretty cool. It was like learning about, I knew Page played with a lot of people as a session musician, but damn, he played with a lot of people. There's not
I always heard the rumor that he played the solo in Sympathy for the Devil because you hear Mick Jagger go Jimmy, but I don't
John
know.
Paul Jones too. Those two guys played for, and Robert Plant was a troublemaker. I always knew that though, but he was pretty. This John Bonham's wife that wanted to hang around with him, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, it was really cool.
Have we done the 1989 stuff?
No,
we're coming up on your next.
We're coming.
One more thing. The coolest part about that was when they heard all three of them's reaction to that John Bonham interview they never heard before. That was really cool.
Where they're all smiling. Wow. All right, man. Let's get to the thing before Mooger passes. I'll save the rest of these topics for the after show tomorrow. So don't get all fucking fucked up, Mooger. Because I got some subjects that you could talk about. Kiss and Tesla. Well, Tesla band with Tommy Skiach and Brian Wheat coming out. Joseph, say something really quick about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would just do that in Tesla, but it is what it is. It'll be cool to check out, I'm sure.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Jerry?
Cool.
What about you, Travi? Andy, do you care about Tesla?
No, I don't at all.
But
I do want to say they should leave Nirvana alone. Do not regroup or do that stupid shit.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
I agree.
That would be so
man,
disrespectful.
When I saw that, I just thought, oh, someone needs
Post Malone.
Yep.
I'd rather listen to Kurt.
Well,
and I like.
I know how you feel about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd rather listen to Courtney Love.
Dude,
I'd rather listen to Courtney Love too.
That Nirvana reunion is a cash grab.
Most reunions are.
Well, Dave Grohl doesn't need the money. It must
bigger, it's an even bigger.
It must be Novoselic. Novoselic who needs the money.
But then again, Nirvana was a time and place kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I would love to have seen Nirvana exist in the 2000s. Oh.
It's also called Dave Grohl Needs Alimony Money.
They ain't got a lot of money.
That's the Foo Fighters stadium tour.
Hey, I gotta say this because
lots of money.
I brought this up in the fucking thing. John Lydon admits he was pissed off about the Sex Pistols touring with Frank Carter. Any news about any guys?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be? I mean, he's Johnny.
There's a big deal about the Sex Pistols, man. They suck.
Yeah, I know they suck, but it's news to people who like them. So
God, they're a one album fucking band, dude. What the big
but that
whoop
one
about
album?
Them,
I'm sorry that they made that one album. What
album
you, Jerry?
Fucking obnoxious shit. I think the
Ramones inspired them to make that album.
Whatever.
The Ramones, a real punk band.
I'll
doing this 1989 or not?
I'll just say here,
calm down, dude. We're doing the BS.
The only cool thing they did was say fuck you to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's the only cool thing they did.
All right. So
never mind, the Bollocks is a masterpiece.
All right. Whatever you say. Let's get to the album. Jerry, are you doing it or I'm doing it?
What?
Are you doing the list, Jerry?
I got the list. Let's go. Okay.
Right,
1989. Andy, I got you. Let's start it off, man.
Okay. Can I tell backstories of why or?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So 1989, I was a freshman in high school. Great time in my life. I met so many different people from different walks of life because once you go from junior high to high school becomes a melting pot of all these different junior high people you've never met and people you've never seen. But I've always been friends with whoever would talk to me. I would say hi to. We would become friends, even if they didn't want to be my friend. I became the friend. So I also learned a lot about music during this time from meeting so many different people and sharing music. So that's what this album is going to reflect. This is my third album that I did. There are so many. I did the first album. I scratched it. The second album, I wasn't in the mood for those songs anymore. I scratched it. So I made this one just a couple of days ago. I'm going to start off my album with Bad Religion off the No Control album, I Want to Conquer the World by Bad Religion. I was introduced to them that year as well. And in fact, I was introduced to that whole label that year. So that's what I'm going to start off with. It's going to be I Want to Conquer the World by Bad Religion.
Yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with them. I mean, I heard of them before, but I've never really heard a bunch from them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they're good. I don't want to call them punk rock, but I don't know how to classify them.
yeah.
Just really good rock.
They're punk. They're punk.
Punk, right? Yeah, yes. And Jerry, I sent you my whole list with songs too, so
Okay.
so that you can hear these songs. I sent it
will.
to you earlier.
On my EPIS account, not my Soupy account, right?
No,
I got two
on
different.
your Soupy account.
I see. I'm not on that one anymore, hardly. So, but I'll log back into it later and check it out.
Yeah, because that's the only way I think I can send my Apple Music to your Apple Music.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, because I keep getting fucking put in Facebook jail on that one for some reason. Somebody
Okay.
hates me. Travis, what do you got, man? Are you done, Andy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
Oh, okay. So, side one, side A kicks off with one of the best album openers in metal from the Alice in Hell album, Annihilator. I'm going. It's a twofer because you can't play one without the other. Crystal and the beautiful instrumental that leads right into the title track, Alice. I love that, man. It's such a kick-ass metal song. One of the best thrash albums, Annihilator.
Musically, they're a great fucking band, but I just can't stand the singer in that band.
Yep. That's where I'm
But
at.
musically, they are fucking talented. The guitars are amazing, drums are amazing, bass is amazing. But yeah. But
okay, then I'll enjoy.
You enjoy. Alice in Hell. Yeah, okay. Just kind of annoying. But like I said, I'm bringing everybody down in my miserable mood tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
Your voice still sounds great, dude.
I'm just fucking with you. Who am I on next? Joseph, what do you got, man?
All right. Well, my album is going to be a kind of survey of everything that was popular in 1989. Kind of like what these K-Tel albums were. Just really kind of broad, genre hopping collection of hits. And so I'm starting it off with one of those songs where if you ever want to get a bar at 10 o'clock at night, all singing in unison, you put this one on. She's a good girl, loves her mama. Free Fallin', Tom Petty. I mean,
good, yeah.
Kicked off a great album. Might as well kick off my album too.
Yeah.
You know, when Joseph, I was going to go your route too, but I just changed my mind. I said, let me go a different way.
Should go that way, but I changed them.
Yeah.
All right,
I was going to go that way, but I U-turned at the last minute and cut off about 10 people in traffic.
Oh man, Mooger, you missed. It's your turn, Mooger, and you're gone. Mooger.
Oh, I've got to pick this.
Mooger. Mark, what's your pick?
My pick is I'll start with I guess I'm making a CD. I'm gonna go with Rush Dreamline. Love that song from Roll the Bones. One of my favorite albums by them.
That's a great song.
89. Did it come out 89?
That's 89, yes.
That's 92.
No, Presto's
89 was
Presto's.
I messed up. Then I'll go with Tesla Love Song.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That was one of my.
I corrected a Rush fan. I corrected a Rush fan. Holy shit!
Yeah, Presto was 89. Mark.
Dreamline is a great song. I like that.
We lost Mooger.
I corrected a Rush fan. Holy shit, man! I feel good. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end the show right now. Good night, everybody.
I corrected a Rush fan.
All
But
right,
I love Dreamline. That's a great song.
Oh yeah,
my
it's 91. How did I fuck that up?
I loved 89. It was the first year I got intoxicated. I left the house. My first living on my own, having a great fucking time, playing spades with my friends, drinking beer, listening to the radio. All these songs are like, were on the radio all the time during that period. Great fucking time. But I'm gonna start out my number 11, man. The great Stevie Ray Vaughan, Crossfire, dude.
Oh, yes.
What a great fucking tune that is.
Great
I'm stranded, caught in the cross. I mean, this is a fucking great tune. It's we lost him and we lost Steve Clark around that same time. I can't remember. They're around the same time, weren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, but it was just a sad time. But I think actually he died before that song came out, right? If I remember right, before that album came out. Yeah. But yeah, just a great song. One of my favorite songs by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Man, just the memories that song brings back is fucking amazing, dude. So that's my number 11. All right, number 10, Andy.
Oh, Jerry, I noticed your shirt, and Jerry sent me the same album, and I've heard it, and I like this one a lot.
Okay, cool.
I
It's a
think
mixed bag for me. I mean, it got some
his
good stuff on
voice
it.
is in great
Yeah.
form in this album. I
I
love
just
his
like the
voice.
stuff his family does on it. I think it's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah. My number 2, I'm doing an album because
All right.
I'm the black spinner. I got to do the album. So my second track on my side 1. Now this is a popular song. I'm going to go with Faith No More off their album The Real Thing. Of course, was the big hit on there, Epic.
I love it.
My number 2 track.
I like
Epic.
Falling to Pieces better. If I had to pick between the two, I would take
that-
Falling to
That's a
Pieces.
good one too.
Yeah,
the whole
that's a good one.
the whole album is perfect.
That album is fantastic.
I like Angel Dust more, but I love The Real Thing.
They're
All right, cool.
they're both kind of, you know.
They're very different albums. So
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what mood you're in. And then I mean, their stuff in the later '90s is even more so that way.
But yeah, Real Thing is amazing.
But I don't like their Sabbath cover of War Pigs.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what? I think it's really great.
I hate that band. Enjoy.
Good for you.
We will.
All right,
I'll listen to whatever the flying fuck I want.
all right, Travis, man, what do you got?
Well, here's a band that Marc really hates.
Probably.
From Savage's amazing gutter ballet album, song that kicks it off, A Raging War. What an amazing track that is. John Oliva sounds amazing. Great riffs from Crystal Oliva. What a fantastic tune that is. Great 1-2 punch. Annihilator going right into Sabotage. Yeah.
Pretty good, Travis. Pretty good, man. All right, Joseph, what do you got?
All right. So going from the epic Tom Petty song to an epic Queen song, I Want It All off the
Oh man,
Miracle.
what a
Yeah.
tune, man.
I mean, no matter what Freddie's health was in 1989, I mean, this is honestly, I think this was the album he expected to be his last album.
Yeah.
Because you hear interviews with the rest of the band, he fully expected Was It All Worth It to be the last song that he ever sang on. Like that was what he fully expected, and the fact that we ended up getting Innuendo after that is just icing on top of the cake. But I mean, one of the most iconic later day Queen songs is I Want It All, right from the intro, which is crazy that if you listen to the album version, that's not how the song starts. And I hate that version. I love the single version with the harmonized vocals at the beginning.
Me
and
too.
The single version is just paced so much better. And then of
But
course,
I will say about the album version, I like how the guitar solo begins.
yeah, it's longer on the album
Yeah.
version. I do prefer that. But I love the way that Brian May's vocals come in the middle of the song. Brian May has
I'm
the
a man
bridge.
with a one track mind, too much
So
to
much
do.
to do in one
Yeah.
lifetime.
Pretty cool tune. Yep.
Anytime Brian May sings, love it. So that's
Oh, fucking Who
track
Wants to Live
2.
Forever? His vocal on
Mhm.
that fucking song is amazing, dude. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick there. Well, it's Mooger's turn, but he's gone. Did you get a hold of him, Mark?
No,
Did
he's
you text
gone,
him?
dude.
Okay. All right, well, it's your pick
And I
then,
kicked
man.
Marc Daly off for that. That sucks.
No.
There's
Okay.
still
Mark
time.
is pissed. All right.
Mark, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. So I fucked up on Dreamline. I changed it with Love Song by Tesla. So it'll probably be 2 Tesla songs on here now. I don't know how the fuck I fucked up with Dreamline. It must have been I was looking shit up and just found something. And
Did you
said
not
that.
pick anything off Presto?
No, I fucked. That's what I was supposed to pick. I was supposed to pick.
Yeah.
Presto. I was supposed to pick Show Don't Tell.
That's
so
the one.
But I fucked up. But Tom Petty, Running Down a Dream.
Nice.
I love that solo by Mike Campbell on that more than
that
Falling.
solo.
Yeah, that solo is just it makes that song for me. It's a great song. And here comes Marc Daly, so you're gonna have to talk to him now. I brought him in because he was pissed.
Cool.
Hey, there he is.
Screen training.
Somewhere.
There you go.
Hey there, Mark.
So you got to get his 1 and 2 songs off the off his album, Jerry.
All right, let me do mine, then we can start a
Okay.
different. Yeah, my next one will be a band that I'd love to get into more, but I remember this song being a huge hit for them. I'll do anything I have to do just to win the love of a girl like you. The Smithereens, a girl like you, man.
A girl like
Great
you.
song. Al
I
Horta
don't
is proud with you. Proud
I
of
don't
you.
like that band at all.
Yeah,
I
I
have
was a
to.
big fan.
I'd like to. That song was huge when it came out. It was all over the
Yeah,
radio.
I love
man.
that song. I love the Smithereens. I love their
Oh,
Beatles album.
Yeah, I always wanted to, delve deep into them too. So maybe someday I will.
That's a
Hey,
band I
can-
need to
can
get
I
into.
say something?
I always hear Al and
Yeah.
Ralph talking about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I
They're really
don't.
good.
I don't get it, man. I'm just.
What were you
not-
gonna say, Mark?
Can I say something before we get to Mark? Hey,
Yeah.
I went to the bullpen because Mooger left, and we brought in Mark. Mooger passed out, dudes. We're bringing in the lefty.
Can you see
All
your
right.
lefty?
All right,
So-
Mark, what do you got for 11 and 10, dude?
Oh, 11 and 10. Don't laugh at my hair metal choices here. Vixen, Edge of a Broken Heart, and
I love that song.
Sometimes She Cries.
Two great songs, man.
I love those two songs.
I love Sometimes She
Okay,
Cries.
all right. Hey, you want to hear a funny, interesting story about Vixen? The
Sure.
lead singer, I
Janet
can't
Gardner.
remember her name.
Janet Gardner.
Janet Gardner is actually became a dental hygienist, and she
Yes.
was in my wife's class at the University of Bridgeport. This is in Connecticut, and it's funny. This is the first dental school that was ever created for hygienists. So it's kind of like a famous school. And she was in the. I saw her at the clinic, but I never got the courage to go bother her. And I told my wife about it. She says, "Please, if you do go talk to her, do not embarrass me."
And she's still a good looking girl too.
I
man.
should have
She's still
told her I was
really
a big
good-looking.
fan, but
Did
she
you
probably
did you ask her if she's living on the edge of a broken heart?
no. My God, that's
She's-
the kind of thing I probably would have said. But I liked Vixen. They were a
I
cool
would have
band.
said that.
I did too.
I like
love
the
Vixen.
song.
Mhm.
I
love
like the
Vixen.
song. I like the song "Crying" from Vixen.
I like
Richard Marx-
Lorraine Lewis. Lorraine Lewis did a great job with
I'm
them.
pretty
yeah.
sure Richard Marx wrote both those songs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
okay.
seeing Vixen again in a couple months. I'm interested to see how they are with the new singer.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're a rat.
Wasn't Roxy Petrucci and her sister in another band before Vixen?
I'm not sure.
I
I
heard
can't remember
Roxy tried out for the David Lee Roth band. That's why I
Is
heard.
that it? She's a badass chick. I like her, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, good drummer. And
All
more.
right.
Sometimes She Cries. That's a good tune too.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
All
Although
right, well-
if you ever watch the video is like, what the hell's going on? Like the guy leaves her and then he goes for a drive and he comes back. The video is really strange though.
Yeah, they're very like cinematic. Back in the
Yeah.
days,
So
man.
anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. All right, number 9, Andy.
Oh no, it's okay, yeah, you're right. Side 1, song 3. I'm getting into my little rap time here. Some of the greatest rap was made between 89 and 91. I'm going to start off with Ghetto Boys, Mind of a Lunatic. If you want to hear a song about murder and assassinations, this is the song for you. In its graphic way, these guys were just on the edge of gangster rap at that time. Very, very great. I absolutely loved them. They are from Houston. So when I was living in Corpus to find out that they were from Houston, I got so excited that they were from here. So their first 3 albums were great masterpieces. After that, the band kind of broke up, and different rappers would come and go. But their first 3 albums with the original guys were just top notch. So I'm going to go with Mind of a Lunatic off their first album, Get a Grip. So.
Ooh. All right, Travis.
All right. Well, from Pigsville, New York, comes a great underrated thrash band, Toxic. From Think This, the slaughtering Black and White. Great vocals from Charles Sabin. Josh Christian's one of the best thrash guitar players of all time. He lays down, in my opinion, the best thrash guitar solo ever. Behind it would be probably Tornado of Souls. But number 1 for me is the best thrash guitar solo is Black and White. from Toxic, and that's my third choice.
Joseph.
All right. Well, like I said, my album kind of hops through some genres that were popular in 1989, and one of those genres was some hard rock that had a funkier edge to it. And Andy kind of stole my thunder a little bit on this one, but Epic by Faith No More. I mean,
Ooh.
what a track. I mean,
You know what's funny? That song didn't get popular until 1990, but it did come out in 89.
yeah.
Yeah, because of the fish at the end. Everybody
Yeah.
always talks about the fish at the end, but they wouldn't talk about the freaking song.
I know.
Fuck
Like
Metallica.
the
It's a weird music video.
Next time you listen to that song, listen to the
Yeah.
bass player during the guitar solo. He is like going,
Oh, yeah.
he's going nuts.
Oh yeah.
It's a crazy bass line.
All right,
Yeah,
Mark,
that's
you're up
the
next.
thing about that band.
Okay, well, I said I was
Mark,
doing
Mark
a
Daly. Mark
Oh,
Daly.
Mark Daly. Oh, my bad.
I thought it was Mark Allen Taylor.
No, it's people get pissy because I say their name wrong. Nobody says Alden. Never say that
because
gentleman's name wrong.
Godzilla gets drunk and he starts saying your name wrong. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
So anyway,
I'm a big part of that show, even if I'm not there.
I know you talk about it all the time, but anyway, good segue. You got the Rush shirt on. A lot of people forget about this. Rush Presto had a really
Mark
kick-ass
forgot about
single. Show Don't Tell, the lead-off single for that.
I wrote the wrong song down, damn it. There you go.
What? What's the wrong song?
I put Dreamline.
No, Mark put Dreamline and forgot that Roll the
Show Don't
Bones
Tell.
didn't come out in
I don't know how I
okay.
wrote Dreamline. It should have been Show Don't Tell.
Show Don't, yeah, good opening track. It really smokes. The rest of the album it's got some, some parts are just kind of, but overall it's pretty good. I would say it's a pretty good album.
There's a song.
All right. Mark Alden Taylor.
Mark Allen.
I'll call you Mad. I'll call you Mad.
Oh, whatever.
Nah.
Or
Well,
Matt.
I'm going to change this into an album like Andy's doing because that's the way I put it. And I had Rush Dreamline, but changed the Show Don't Tell, and I had Tom Petty Running Down a Dream as track 2. Track 3, I hope this is the right date since I fucked up the first track. The Cult, Firewoman from Sonic
That is
Temple.
that's
Yep,
89.
that's 89.
89.
Great.
Track number 3, side 1.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
That was on my second album.
All right. My turn. So, yeah, this is actually, I think, the last good song this guy ever did. He tried doing something a couple years ago, but it totally sucked. But man, "Don't Say You Love Me" by Billy Squier, man, was a fucking kick-ass tune,
That's
dude.
a great
man.
song.
That's probably my favorite Billy Squier song, man. It just totally rocked. It was heavy. His vocals are amazing. I loved that fucking great tune. I think it was on the Now and Then album. I think it was.
Great
if I
album,
remember right.
dude.
That's
Yeah,
I
fucking.
think that might have been his last big hit. Right?
It was, yeah. That's why I said it.
Don't,
I don't
just
think
say,
he- I don't-
"Ugh."
Yeah. The riff was just fucking jamming, killer ass tune. But that's my number 9.
He talked about that song. He said his manager just said, "This is gonna be huge for you, man. This song is awesome."
Yeah.
And he
was
said
great
it wasn't as huge, but it was okay.
Oh, that was always on the radio, man, when I was.
It was, but it wasn't a big hit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
You never heard "Don't
Oh,
Say
man,
You
great
Love
tune.
Me," just say "Ugh."
Probably not.
Don't say you love me.
You
Hey, I
Can't
loved
get
"What Was
up.
the Hero" with Freddie Mercury in
You
the background.
can't
singing
get
that.
down. It's a great fucking song. Yeah, okay. But anyway, number 8 or whatever the next one is.
Track 4.
Andy.
Yeah, my track 4, side 1. I also wanted to inject back in '89 was about the time that I was pulling away from the radio. I wasn't listening to the radio very much. I was really into cassettes and CDs and what we were copying from each other at school. So I remember I had bought this debut album by this guy, and his first album was a phenomenal album. He was in a car accident, and it ruined his vocal cords, and he never got to that point again because of his vocals. I'm talking about the DOC, which came off of the NWA branch. He was produced by Dr. Dre, and the DOC was also part of the NWA family. and the name of the song is Funky Enough. It was off the No One Can Do It Better album. That's why I was kind of hoping that Mooger would be here, because I think Mooger would know who he is. Right here, I got blank stares.
Oh no, I know.
Mooger didn't even know
on the
who he
first
was
couple. On
tonight.
the first couple, I know the first couple mixtapes with DOC on.
Yeah, it's like Mark always wants to do like a hip hop or Beastie Boys or something like show, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that'll be no fun for me, but I'll do it. But I'm not a hip hop guy.
I want to do NWA straight out of Compton.
Yeah, me
that's,
too. I want to jump on that,
Hey.
but I'm going to start off with. I meant my next track was the DOC Funky Enough.
I am going on. There's a few weeks I'm going to miss. I'm being on vacation, so maybe you guys can do it then. I know nothing about them, so it'd be a waste of time.
You said you're missing 1 week, March 21st.
I got a couple more coming up.
Oh,
that was
bitch.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got one coming too.
It's called having a family and a life, dude. Sorry.
Well, I got one coming up April 11th because I'm going to go see the Dodgers on Freddie Freeman bobblehead World Series walk-off night with the bobblehead. So I bought tickets for that today, $126 each. Yeah.
I'm going to
enjoy
the game of the year.
All right, Travis, what do you got, man?
All right. With us, Exodus, and everybody's doing the toxic waltz. I love that.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking hey, dude. That's a great
Fabulous Disaster, great album.
Yeah. My favorite by him.
I had it signed by Exodus when I saw them in 2022. It's just a thrash anthem. So the Exodus the Toxic Waltz. There you go.
That song fucking rules, dude.
That song
rules.
was the closest I've ever been to a wall of death in my life. I was one person away from the wall of death. I was the next person when the wall of death closed.
I saw the pit when I was at that show. It was crazy.
Oh my god, the pit during that whole show. I
was never a pit guy. I tried getting there a few times. I usually when the pits start happening, I start moving back. It's like
I was very
just that
show. I was like front row. Yeah. I was first row for when Death Angel was playing, and then slowly we moved towards the back between Exodus and Testament, moving
great that night.
Back towards the back. So my friend was in the pit most of the night, but I
met the lead singer of Death Angel. He was so cool.
I know people come out of pits with fucking bloody eyes, fucking poked in the eye, their fucking eyes all fucking red. Just fucking it's not for me. I love myself too much. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's what we're down.
I like to be in the outskirts and pushing people back in. And
that's where I was at that show, because
you get a free hit sometimes, man.
There were some kids even younger than me at that show that were probably in their early 20s or late teens that were just there to hit shit, and I didn't want any part of that. They were just at that show to hit shit.
I was never a big person, muscle wise or strength wise, so it'd be I get my ass killed in there, to be honest with you.
Well,
get in the pit and try to love someone.
Now I'm a huge fat fuck. I could probably do some damage.
Hey, what was that song where they go get in the pit and try to love someone? What was that?
That's Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. Yeah, there you go.
Man, fuck that guy. Anyway,
I love Kid Rock.
Joe, Joseph, what do you got?
Yep. All right. So again, genre hopping here. 1989 was the debut of one of the most important, biggest country stars in the history of the genre, and I went with his debut single, and that is Garth Brooks with Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old off his debut album. Nice. It's a kind of mid-tempo, but kind of gets up-tempo in the chorus, and I mean, it's probably that album is probably the most country he ever sounded, because it's just drenched in lap steel guitar and just everything you'd expect from a country. And it's one of my favorite Garth Brooks albums, but that song especially is just an amazing song.
I love Garth Brooks.
That's what I'm going to go with for my.
He was definitely one of the ones that brought country into mainstream, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's very influenced by rock and roll. So he's the closest thing to a rock star that country ever had.
Oh, he did that. What was that alter ego he played? What was his name?
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Yeah, that was some weird shit there, but
and he was on SNL for that.
Yeah, he was.
And he did Hard Luck Woman with Kiss.
He did. He loved Kiss and he loved Queen.
He loved it. I mean, he did a Vegas residency about 10 years ago, and there's a DVD of it that I have. And what he did was go through his life and all the bands and artists that were being brought into his household as a kid, all the stuff his mom was listening to, the kind of like soul and R&B music, and then his dad loved the old country stuff from the 50s and 60s, and then all the rock and roll that his older siblings were bringing into the house, and just going through all this like history of music that Garth Brooks was involved with and was kind of a part of. It's really fascinating to hear him talk, and he's a funny dude. So it's basically 2 hours of Garth Brooks playing little snippets of songs that influenced him, plus doing stand up, and it's really funny.
Yeah, I've seen him live a couple of times.
I want to see him live so bad.
I almost did.
I saw him here at the Toyota Center, and then again at the Houston Rodeo. And then I have this triple live set of his as well. Live at the Ryman, which is a triple set.
All right, Mark Daly, what do you got, man?
I'm not going to do any genre hopping because I just want to be honestly, when I was this in 1989, I was listening to just pretty much just rock and maybe some metal, and another power rock album. Alice Cooper had Thrash out in 1989. I'm going to go with Poison. Not the band, but the song Poison. It's a pretty good song.
Alice Cooper.
Yep. Alice Cooper.
All right, Matt.
I guess how nobody liked that one.
No, I love that song.
I like that song. I'm sorry. I just drew a blank.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Sorry, Mark.
My turn. Well, I'm going to go to track 4. This wasn't really a single off Big Game. You know, they had Little Fighter and other songs off that, but this is my favorite song off that album. If My Mind Was Evil by White Lion. That song is just a fucking banger. If my mind is evil.
That album had a lot of
thoughts to ashes because
it had a lot of some ballads on there, and a lot of fans thought it was a little too light. But Radar Love was a great cover too. That's all.
There wasn't really that many ballads on it.
Little Fighter's good.
The next album was the ballad album.
Main Attraction's good.
Main Attraction was the ballad album.
Yeah. Little Fighter was good. That's a good song.
If My Mind is Evil is the best song they've ever done.
I just hate White Lion, so
I got the box.
Radar Love was atrocious.
Yeah,
Radar Love is better than the original because the drums.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Wait.
Me and Bushy will disagree with you guys on that.
Golden Earring's awesome.
Golden Earring between Radar
Golden
Love
Earring
and
is awesome,
Zone.
but the drum solo that White Lion did was way better than Golden Earring.
It is. The drums are far
The
better.
drums are way better than the White Lion song.
And then he opened his
totally
mouth.
agree.
I love Mike Tramp's voice. Whatever.
Not on that song.
Yeah, I don't like Garth Brooks.
I like the Pride album.
Pride is great. Vito rules.
Pride album.
That's literally that. I love how that's the first thing that comes out of every White Lion fan's mouth. Well, Vito Bratta rules.
The first thing that came out of my mouth is I like Mike Tramp's voice.
I wasn't saying you, Mark. I said every other White Lion fan I've ever heard.
That was the second thing I said.
Defense is always, well, Vito Bratta rules.
Can anybody name the bass player, drummer?
The bass player plays
Lorenzo.
James Lomenzo.
Hey, Lomenzo.
Yeah.
Brian Tishy.
I'm just saying, if you guys, who?
Brian Tishy's an amazing.
James Lomenzo.
He's a drummer.
One guy with like a crown and like a big nose. I don't know.
Brian Tushy.
Brian Tishy. He was in Pride and Glory.
All right.
He's a great drummer. He's been on the Michael Sweet Lynch and Sweet albums.
Awesome.
No, I never knew that he was in White Lion. That's all.
I think he was. Let me check. I might be wrong.
Well, he was with Pride. He was with Zach Wilde and James Lomenzo in Pride and Glory.
Right now, the hockey game was tied 2-2.
It was 2-1 in a minute ago.
It was Greg D'Angelo was the drummer.
Okay,
that sounds
familiar. Right. Wonderful.
No, it's 2-2 now.
Hey, Dave Spitz was in there.
Little Dave Spitz.
All right, my pick is my favorite song by this band. I fucking love Long Cold Winter. Fucking Coming Home is my favorite song by Cinderella. I love that fucking song.
That came out in '89.
That's 88.
Not 89, I thought, isn't it?
That album was 88.
Yeah, but the single came out in 89.
Oh.
Oh,
We're doing
okay.
that. We're doing that again.
Yeah. I made sure the single came out
I'm
in
gonna do
89.
that too.
I never do that. If an album came out in a year, that's when I
Nah.
count the song.
It's songs of 1989, man. Came out in
I got you.
1989.
I did the same thing with something else.
Yeah. Love that song. I love
I
the
love
tenderness
it.
of it. I love how
It's
it
a great
ends,
song.
I'm on my way. I love that part. It goes on and on, but I still fucking love it. You know what I mean? It's just a cool tune. Cool video too, actually, too.
It's such a big departure from their debut album. It just
Oh
is.
yeah. Mhm.
That is one of the songs I like off that album.
Yeah, it's totally different.
That's my favorite Cinderella album.
I'm not a huge fan of that album, but I love that song. I love Falling Apart at the Seams, and I love Don't Know What You Got.
I like Gypsy Road Rules.
Oh, Gypsy Road, I forgot that's
yeah,
on that
the
album,
most
yeah.
overrated song on that album to me is The Last Mile. I like The Last
I
Mile.
am not a fan of
Last Mile.
I'm not a fan of The Last Mile. I hate the title track.
If
I love
you
this
don't like it. Oh, there's some good tunes
I like
on there. Great
the
diss
Heartbreak
track.
Station. I like the Heartbreak Station album too.
I hate
Yeah.
that album.
Yeah, Fred Curry actually played drums on that one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
All right, our next whatever, 7 or a song,
Track
whatever.
Yeah,
Andy,
my
what do you
next track. I was talking to Joseph about this because I did not want to step on his shoes, so I was going to go with Garth Brooks' "The Dance" off the debut album again. But then that was on my second album. I scratched that. I said I'm going to replace it with this track. It's almost the same. Off of Ice-T's great album, Iceberg.
Yep, almost the same.
Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. The song "Girl Try to Kill Me."
That album title is awesome.
Yeah, and I love the album cover, which if you give me a minute, I can go grab it. It's this dude with a LA Raiders cap to the side with an Uzi in his mouth and shotguns in his ears. It's a great album cover.
There's 6 in the morning on that album.
No, 6 in the Morning is on his debut album. This was his third album.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
Yeah, 6 in the Morning was off his debut album.
All right, I love that song.
But yeah,
All right.
Tell me is what I went
All
with.
right. I want to stand corrected here. Coming Home was released December 29th, 1988. So 2
Hey,
days
you
away.
fucked up too, Jerry.
Only
I
by
admit-
2 days.
I admit that I fucked up. I thought that came out in so I
Mine
stand
was
corrected. on that
a
one.
bigger fuck up by 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Mine was a few days. So
Yours
No, Marc, I just think you wrote down the wrong song.
I did write down the wrong
Yeah.
song. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you knew what you meant to write down and wrote down.
Yeah, it was
Dreamline.
show don't tell, and I don't know.
no,
how
he
to-
didn't. He fucked up. Just admit it.
fucked
Arguably,
up.
that
Oh, he
Cinderella
did.
song got
He did,
popular.
but
I
it
did fuck
wasn't.
up. Yeah,
I don't think he actually thought "Roll the Bones" came out in '89. I
no,
think he just wrote the wrong
I knew it
song
was
down.
the '90s. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Yeah,
All right,
I
Travis.
think that
Travis,
Cinderella
you're
song got
next.
popular in '89, though. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, Travis. What do you got, man?
All right, here's an era of a band that Mark really loves. Black Sabbath. When Death Calls. With
Headless Cross out.
Headless Cross.
Love that fucking album.
Brian May does a great guitar solo on it. Hey, stick your tongue out some more. A fly might come in, Mark.
There you go.
I'm
That's
such a nut swinger. I bought these.
Headless Cross is an amazing album. I love it.
Great choice. Great choice.
What did
Brian
we do
May
with
is
the Headless
amazing on that
Cross,
song.
Jerry? We
Huh?
did something. We did something with the Headless Cross.
We
Remember?
did that Black Sabbath one and done.
One and
couple years
done.
ago.
That's right.
My Wi-Fi kept going in and out.
I thought you said your wife. I go, you're married?
No.
Wi-Fi. Okay, I get it.
All right. So, you said Joseph. Excuse me.
All right, quick poll for the crowd here. What was the biggest movie of 1989?
Big.
89.
What was the biggest blockbuster of 1989?
I know Ghostbusters
Batman.
Part 2 came out, but that wasn't a big hit, though.
It was Batman.
Batman, yeah.
It was Batman.
The Prince.
So I'm sure many of you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Bat dance?
No, not Bat Dance.
Oh, please, yeah.
My favorite song off that album, Electric Chair by Prince.
That's a great song.
Heavy, funky, just Prince's guitar work on that, just ripping it up. Just has hooks for days. Catchy as all hell. Great song. Electric Chair by Prince.
I don't
off the
think
Batman
Prince's
soundtrack.
music sounds dated like another podcast says all the time.
Some of it does. Some of it very much does.
But he kind of expanded his stuff, you know.
Here's what I'll say. His stuff before 1999 sounds very dated. And I love a lot of that stuff. I love the self-titled album. I love Dirty Mind. I love Controversy. All that stuff sounds very dated. But starting with 1999, moving forward until this album, then from all of his albums in the 90s sound very dated to be in the 90s. Like all of his New Jack Swing albums sound, which to be fair, most New Jack Swing sounds very of the time.
I'll be right back.
I don't
guys.
say that. I don't. When I say it sounds of the time, I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I love those albums. I mean, the stuff with the NPG, amazing stuff. But it sounds very early 90s. And I think that the stuff he released between 1999 and the Batman soundtrack at point sounds very dated. But I would say probably that through Love Sexy, that stuff I don't think has really dated at all.
Yeah, that whole New Jack Swing sound did not age well at all.
No.
For everything.
I mean, even Michael Jackson did New Jack Swing on Dangerous. And I think of all of it, his probably aged better than most because he did it in bits. He didn't really go all in on the New Jack Swing like Prince did.
Yeah.
Prince's New Jack Swing, I mean, you listen to like stuff like My Name is Prince or some of the other stuff off that the Love Symbol album, or even especially the stuff he did after the Love Symbol album. That stuff sounds extremely, extremely of the time.
And the thing is that we all know I'm not the biggest Prince fan, but he was above that New Jack Swing stuff. And he fell into what was hot at the time.
Yeah.
But we always
I have no idea what that is.
Being a leader. Instead, he got kind of stuck with the flavor of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I know New Jack City.
Jerry, do you know the song Remember the Time by Michael Jackson?
Uh-huh.
That is very New Jack Swing.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't even know what New Jack Swing
that
is.
Style of it was a lot of the.
I know New Jack City. That's
I know. I'm with Jerry.
The same guy did a lot of those albums. Right. Ross.
Oh yeah, it was the R&B sound of the early 90s, 90 to 93.
All right.
Prince definitely went in for it a lot more than Michael did, but there was definitely hints of it. You listen to stuff off Dangerous by Michael Jackson. There's some of that sound, like that production style is known as New Jack Swing.
All right. Marc Daly, what do you got, man?
Okay. All right. This pick, I think, is a little better because you have to, just to give you a little timeline. Back in '89, I was in the Navy. I was actually stationed overseas, so didn't have any access to MTV, had very little access to new music videos or albums. Someone played me this song called Purple Haze. It was a cover by a band, and I thought it was absolutely horrendous. And then I heard 17, and I'm like, oh gosh. I saw the video, cringy. But then I finally got to hear a song I liked, and it was called Madeline by
Great
Winger.
song.
And that solo by Reg B. Awesome. Great tune.
I love that the guitar riff on that
my whole attitude about Winger just like took like a momentous upward swing. And then I said, oh, all right, I'm gonna give this band a chance. I'm so glad I did because the first album was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had it for the Heartbreak is total dog shit, but the rest of that album is pretty
What the
good.
fuck? That's the best solo on the album.
That is one of my favorite songs on that album.
It's the guitar solo that makes it sound good.
I love the whole song. I love the whole song.
All right, but that's a great. Madeline is a great fucking song though. That acoustic riff is awesome, dude.
They should drop. I wish they would just delete that Purple Haze cover. Oh god,
that Purple Haze cover is kind of cringy.
I'm excited. I get to see Winger.
And then the Heart of the Young is a fucking masterpiece of an album.
I love that
song,
album.
Mm-hmm.
And their last one, 7, is fucking
Pool's
amazing,
great.
too,
7's great.
Pool, Karma. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
All right. They're a band that has a very solid discography that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
All right,
You're right
Mark
about
Alden Taylor.
All
Allen.
right. So
Mark
then I'm
Allen
going to go
Taylor.
to my fifth song on side one. I'm going to pick Badlands, Dreams in the Dark.
Nice.
Sing me
Oh,
a sweet, sweet
Fucker.
I
song.
forgot about
Then my love will go
Badlands.
on and on. Hold
Crap.
me until tomorrow. Dreams in the dark. Dreams in the
Yeah, great, yeah.
dark. Great fucking song.
If you ever want to just hear it, the third album was never released, and
Dusk?
they didn't write any lyrics. I don't think for any of the songs. So Ray Gillen was just like scatting around some harmonies, and it's actually not bad. But yeah,
Dusk is pretty good. I like it.
No, that's one of the best songs that Ray Gillen ever sang on. Almost as good as Strange Wings by Savatage.
Mhm. Oh, whatever.
No, his vocals on that are amazing.
Yeah. His vocals on everything were amazing.
He does these really awesome background vocals throughout that song. Really cool.
Yeah.
so, someone actually on American Idol covered a Badlands tune. I can't remember the name
Bo
of the
Bice.
song.
Bo Bice did, yeah. He sang a cappella, I think.
Yeah.
He sang it. It was amazing too, actually. It was really
Didn't he
fucking
also do Rival Sons? I think somebody did Rival Sons on there, and that's how I found out who the fuck Rival Sons is, because somebody's watching American Idol and I go, "What is that song?" And he said, "Oh, that's a Rival song." Rivals. It was the first album where it go down, down, yeah, and then I go, "Oh fuck, that that song rules." I didn't care, but he sang it. I like the song. I went and checked out Rival Sons, and I've been a fan since. American Idol got me the Rival Sons.
My favorite song on that album is "Rumblin' Train."
Rumbling Train's a great album, man.
Yeah, but not as good as Led Zeppelin, though, right, Mark?
That old album's perfect,
who said that anyway?
I loved Winter's Call. Winter's Call's amazing.
The whole album's great, dude.
Now, that's their Zeppelin song there.
I got to see
All
what
right.
song that was, man. Now it's pissing me off. I should.
But
know
Bo
that.
Bice sang it. It was on the season of Carrier.
Oh, Pressure in Time. Somebody did Pressure in Time.
I forgot about Streets and Cry Freedom. And the streets cry freedom.
The whole album is perfect, dude. There's not a bad song on it.
Did you guys review that album yet?
Same thing with Voodoo Highway. I think we did do that album.
Yeah.
We did that with James West, I think.
Again.
We did that with James West.
Okay, cool. He's awesome.
All right. Let's get it going here. My pick is... This is a fucking banger between when it came out, man. I was totally blown away by these guys, man. Fucking Sebastian Bach's vocals, man. Holy shit, were fucking amazing on their debut album. Youth Gone Wild, dude. I mean, come on, what a great fucking song
That's
is.
a great album.
Classic. I don't care what anybody says about Sebastian Bach. That motherfucker can sing. He can still sing. As a matter of fact, I think his solo album was better than the last Skid Row album, my opinion. Man.
I agree.
I'll be seeing him in a couple months too.
Put it in my heart. Bang,
man.
Like the fire and spot. Love that, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Hearing that song was rebellious. It was just needed at that time. And it was a great fucking tune, man.
And even though this is from a different album, I think one of the best vocal performances from anybody is Quicksand Jesus when he does that scream at the end.
I think Wasted Time is his best vocal ever to me.
And that is a great one too. But
Wasted Time is like one of his best vocals
Quicksand Jesus, it just kind of pulls at my heartstrings whenever I listen.
A lot of songs like Monkey Business, that scream he does in there from the slow part to the fast part. Holy fuck.
Slave to the Grind, Mud Kicker, The Threat,
Riot Act.
Yeah, man, get the fuck out.
Okay, we're not reviewing that album, so let's get.
I mean, it'll never happen again. I'll never happen again. But man, it would be cool to see Sebastian do a couple of shows. It'll never happen again. But
that's over.
But anyway, next turnaround. Andy, what do you got?
I am going to finish off my side one. I always finish a side of the album with an epic track. This album was released in 88, but the single was released in 1989, January of 89. Talk about Metallica 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's how I'm going to end my side one.
Darkness imprisoning me. I love that. Yes.
All right. Travis.
All right. So, disclaimer. 1989, I forgot to say this in the beginning, it is one of my all-time favorite years in music. So to celebrate it, I took an edible.
Cool.
So my next track kicks off side B, and I'm going to have Mark guess what this one is. Hey! Do you know what I'm talking about, Mark?
No.
Thieves Ministry.
I can't. Dude, I like Ministry, but I'm not like
Uh,
Ministry. I can't. I don't have.
That's from the Mind is a Terrible Thing to Waste. I think that's the name of the album.
I thought it was
Taste.
Taste.
Thieves
Taste.
rule.
Taste.
The Mind is a Terrible Thing.
Yeah,
to
my
taste.
favorite album is Psalm 69 by them. So
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite too. But Thieves is such a great kick-ass song.
All right, Joseph, what do you got?
Well, as much as I'd like to avoid it so far on my list, hair metal was popular in '89, and there's this band out of New Jersey.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Not them.
Oh,
God, not them.
Off the
I
album,
always pick Bon Jovi.
The real good band from New Jersey.
Yeah,
Row.
that's a great album.
With
Well, Sebastian's a Canadian, so
with I Remember You. I mean,
Great one.
his vocals on that song are just
One of his
amazing.
best vocal performances, also.
Just awesome track. I never get tired of hearing that song. Beautiful, heavy at points. His vocals are just kick ass. So that's my track 6.
Of that album was perfect. It was
It's amazing.
Yeah.
People give this album shit. I love this album.
I don't know
love that
why.
album too. And I love New Jersey from Bon Jovi.
Oh,
I
I
do
do. But
That's my
Of course
favorite
not
Bon
great.
Jovi album. It's my favorite Bon Jovi
No.
album. New Jersey's my favorite Bon Jovi album.
Oh.
I agree.
It's one of the only ones I like any songs off of.
It's
Really?
got
Better than
it's got
Slippery than-
homebound. It's got homebound train. Leave your hands on me and
I think
Wild
Slippery
as the
When Wet
Wind.
kills it. I'm sorry. I will go with Slippery When Wet every day.
I would go with these
I like
days.
some stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mark's one of those hipster '90s Bon Jovi fans.
Oh, I love all Bon Jovi except 2020. But I like These Days. I like that album because Hey God, Give Me Something for the Pain. Those songs rule.
But so
Anyway, Skid
people don't
Row.
like New Jersey. Dang.
I like New Jersey, but I'm saying my favorite album by Bon Jovi is These Days.
Oh,
I don't know how we got on Jovi, but
All
Skid
right,
Row.
Mark Daly, what do you got, man?
Okay. I'm gonna go with a new band, and this guy, it seemed like he got pushed out of the David Lee Roth band, and he landed right on his feet with Mr. Big, and it's a smoking toot called "Addicted to That Rush."
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Yes. Love that track.
Thank
I'm
you.
addicted to that rush.
That was
every
89?
time we touch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It's got
That was
the.
90.
I miss that song.
That
There's so many good
Oh,
songs in
Wind
89.
Me Up. Wind Me Up's good.
I'll double check it. Well, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
you're
it was
probably
89.
right. You might
Mr.
be
Big
right.
is a great song too. Mr. Big. Fucking song.
Well,
All right, Mark, what do you got?
What do I got? I'm ending my side 1. It wasn't a single, but it is the best song off Aerosmith.
It's singles, man. It's a K-Tel album, man.
I'm going.
Not
But
deep track
K-Tel's got some
time.
deep tracks. Come on.
Like what?
K-Tel doesn't have deep tracks.
Oh, I'm making a K-Tel deep track. I only have a couple of them. Damn it. Okay, I'm not going to put What It Takes. I'm not going to put Loving in an Elevator.
You don't like What It Takes anymore.
I don't. That's why I want to put that on there. But I love Voodoo Medicine Man. That's a great song to end my side 1. It's like, it's a fucking jam. I love that fucking song by Aerosmith.
The non-singles on Pump are very superior to the singles.
Yes, exactly.
Easily. Young Lust,
Young Lust.
FIE,
Oh, fuck it. I could have put Young
Monkey on My
Lust on there.
Back.
Yeah, Monkey on My Back.
F.I.N.E.
Yep.
That's a great album.
Everybody knows those singles. I'm putting the best song on the album, Voodoo
Oh,
Medicine Man.
if Loving in the Elevator pops on the radio, I immediately change the station.
I don't.
I still
I'm
like
weird.
that song.
I still like that
Favorite
song.
of that album. I love that song.
I love that song.
I know, but
I
I'm so tired
had
of that
Janie's
song.
Got a Gun on my honorable mentions.
That's a great fucking song too.
No, but I don't. I think the singles are good, but the rest of them is.
That's the end of my
carries.
side 1.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta find. I'm trying to do work shit here at the same time.
Why are you working at home?
The only one of the singles I'm not huge on is What It Takes.
Exactly.
I love what it takes.
I like
Yeah, I
it.
like that one the
I
best.
I
like
like it,
it.
but it's something I could skip.
There's no bad song on this album.
No, there's not. But what it takes should not have been the closer, though. That was a bad closer.
Yeah, it was.
It was a bad closer.
Honestly, put the other side at the end of the album.
At
That would
least,
be a good closer.
But not what it takes.
No.
All right.
That's number 3 track.
Desmond Child wrote that song with Steven Tyler and Joe Perry.
Mark mentioned "Dreams in the Dark" by Badlands, but I'm going with "Winter's Call," man. I
That
think that's the
wasn't a
better
single.
song on the album. Yeah, it was.
It was.
It's all on fucking radio, dude.
It was
Talking
it was one of the 2 music videos for that.
Talking
album.
about a video. I'm talking about a fucking vocal, man. Holy shit, man. What a great. I love the intro, the slow intro.
I love the psychedelicness of it too.
Man. Falling leaves to change the colors. Winter's on its way. It's a fucking masterpiece vocal.
And when the song just goes into that riff.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like some Zeppelin shit there, man. It's fucking great.
It's pretty badass, man. All right. Well, let's go with the next one. Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to flip my album over, and I'm going to start with with a song that the first verse talks about homelessness. Second verse talks about drug addiction and child abuse, and then the third verse talks about the environment, but tells everybody to keep on rocking in the free world by Neil Young.
Good choice.
Problems going on.
A good song.
People just keep on rocking the free world like there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, great choice. I thought about picking that one, but
that was on my honorable mentions.
So off the Freedom album, and the Freedom album starts off. It's a bookend album. It starts off with the acoustic version, and it ends with a rockin' version. But I'm gonna go with the rockin' version. "Rockin' the Free World" by Neil Young.
Awesome.
All right, Travis.
Well, I am glad I chose this song because I don't know if this is going to appear on anybody else's list. One of my all-time favorite voices in heavy metal from the Doro Pesh powerhouse album, Force Majeure. I'm talking about Hard Times. You got Doro Pesh singing up a storm. You got John Levin shredding it up on the guitar. You got Bobby Rodinelli on drums, Tommy Hendrickson on bass. And, before John Levin joined Dokken, this is just a kick-ass album and a kick-ass song. I love Doro Pesh. She's the female Dio, in my opinion. She rules. I love Doro.
Yeah, she's got great voice. Great stage presence too. She knows how to
she just loves metal, dude. She doesn't do it for the commercial success. She just does it because she loves to play metal.
And she's pleasant on the eyes too.
Oh, absolutely. She still looks hot.
Yeah, she does.
I'm pretty sure she wants to make money off of it too. Come on.
Absolutely, but
she's one of the few people on planet Earth that still has a thicker German accent than Klaus Meine.
Yeah.
Whenever she speaks in that thick German accent, it just makes I melt.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Joseph, why don't you go ahead?
Cool. All right. Well, I do have to include some metal on my list. Some thrash metal to be precise. And the only really standout thrash metal album, in my opinion, from 1989. I'm joking, of course. A great year for thrash. But the only one that I included on my list is the great Overkill with Elimination off of The Years of Decay.
Great album.
Elimination.
We reviewed that album. Great album.
That's my favorite Overkill album.
Mine as well.
So
I think I remember that video on
So who's next? Oh, there he is.
Marc Daly.
You are.
Yo Mama is next.
His name is Daly, not Daly.
I know.
Daly.
Daly.
Yeah, you only say Daly because that's how Wadzilla calls you.
I have a drum and a drumstick right here. Just
you corrected me on your name, but you never correct Wadzilla. What the fuck?
How do you pronounce your last name, Mark?
Daly.
Daly.
Is it Daly?
Daly. Daly.
I'm gonna grab my drumstick.
You said Daly, dude. You told me.
I know that's a soft spot for you. The Astros cheated you, right? I forgave the Astros because they did whatever they had to do to win.
Oh, we're not going to touch that.
Not again. I still talk to my therapist about that day.
No.
Yeah.
No. The thing that's great is that that Mark and I have buried the hatchet. He sent me an invite to a Dodgers fan page.
I didn't send you an invite. I was trying to show you a story on that, and you weren't a member of the group, so it asked you to invite.
Yeah, and it asked me for my favorite Dodger player, and I put Oral Hershiser, but I think I misspelled oral, but still.
The A instead of the E, right?
This is my first time doing a show with Marc Daly. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Mark D. Mark D, what do you got?
I'll admit it. I'm gonna be turning 55 this year, but I'm still a member of the Kiss Army.
Don't say it.
Hopefully not with
album,
anything from 1989.
What's that?
Oh, hopefully not with anything from 1989.
High in the Shade is a bad album, but Kiss Forever is a beautiful ballad.
That's an okay song.
That's a good song.
It is Bruce Kulick and the acoustic guitar is such a nice surprise, and it fits perfectly. And and Bruce is such a great guy. Sometimes we actually I send messages back and forth to him, and he actually sent me a link where you could actually
fading out of view. There you go. There you are.
Tito, the king of the streets.
Well, yeah,
that song sucks.
The rest of the album, I can't really say too much about, but Forever, I really enjoy. It's a great song.
No,
if you want to bash the rest of the album, go right ahead.
A little bit of Michael Bolton in the Kiss don't hurt anything, I guess, right?
Well, what about Cadillac Dreams?
Oh God.
I do like that song Forever.
I do like Cadillac Dreams. Sorry.
What's that heavy song?
Hold on a second. What?
Boomerang's okay.
I'm not a real Kiss fan.
I love
so
Boomerang. That's a great song.
But
the Trade in Forever. That's it.
I'm with Ian on that. I'm with Ian on Boomerang. That's a smoking turd. I
love that song.
Little Caesar's all right.
But the band even admitted it. The band even admitted that it was a bunch of demos.
And the streak taketh.
The worst is Silver Spoon. That fucking song sucks.
My gosh!
I gotta go listen to that review.
They put that on the greatest hits album. They put it on one of their greatest hits album. Like, are you serious? That song sucks. Rise to It was all right. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was okay.
Isn't Read My Body on that album?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like that song.
If you want to know what I'm thinking about.
That's
I like Let's Put the X in Sex, so you know what my Kiss fandom is. I like cheesy Kiss.
I almost bought
people that make fun of Man of War the way they look like to see the picture of Paul Stanley in their thong for some reason. That generation of Kiss.
You know what? I'm one to talk because I like Three Sides of the Coin from Unmasked. I like that song.
That's a good song.
I don't like
two sides of the coin.
I like that song.
I hate Two Sides of the Coin.
Yeah, Three Sides of the Coin.
I hate The Elder and I hate Unmasked.
All right. With that being said, Mark, what do you got?
What do I got? So I already did my side one. Now I'm going to flip this bitch over. Side two. And you guys already talked about. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile.
We are the youth gone wild.
There you go. Whoa! That's what I'm starting my side two with. Is Skid Row Youth Gone Wild.
All right. I'm going to completely take a 180 from the
Hard left turn
to a song, to a slow song, which is a fucking masterpiece as a tune. I don't care what anybody says. When you have fucking Bruce Hornsby on the piano and Don Henley singing, dude, you're coming out with something fucking magic. The End of the Innocence, man, is
great
a
song.
Fucking great tune, dude.
Great
I don't
album.
care. People say it's weak, this and that, blah. I don't give two fucks because that song is just a fucking
great album.
Man, it makes you fucking think, dude. It's just the story behind that song is fucking so amazing, dude. Don Henley's one of the best lyric writers in music history, in my opinion, man. But he brought it home on this song and this whole album, actually. I mean,
we did a review on Freeform. Go check it out.
Did.
Mooger hated it, by the way.
Oh,
really? Oh man, I wish I wish I would have been on that album because I love
The only song that I hated for the longest time was New York Minute, but I've grown to like that song.
I love that song.
I always loved
Man,
New York
I've grown to like it. I've grown to like it lately.
Yeah.
So.
Anything could change in a New York.
Again, you're talking about a fucking great story in the lyrics, man, dude.
Such a good song.
And plus,
But,
I Won't Go Quietly, man, with Axl Rose.
Yeah, with Axl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
They're
Gonna
really
tear
good.
it up. Gonna stash it up. Gonna shake it up.
Oh man, great ballads. Heart of the Matter, Last Worthless
right,
Evening.
fucking
Just
hell.
yeah, it's a great album.
And
All right.
And that is one of the albums that's a rarity, in my opinion, where a ballad is a perfect closer with the heart of the matter.
Yeah.
That's the
And
perfect
an
closer.
intro
That's my
too.
favorite song on that album.
It starts with a ballad kind of and ends with a ballad if you think
Yeah.
about it. Well, any of the, I guess I wouldn't call any of this ballad, but it's definitely slow going, I guess.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's slower than a mid tempo, but it's
Yeah,
not
there
a
you go.
ballad. But that
But
was
I was always a Bruce Hornsby fan too. And the Range, I always thought they were cool, wrote some cool tunes. And he's got such a distinctive piano playing style. You know who he is when you hear his piano
But then he
playing.
went to the Grateful Dead.
Well, who wouldn't take that gig?
we can't all be perfect, Mark.
I know.
All right.
I
Anyway,
love
next.
I love the Grateful Dead. Sue
Yeah,
me.
enjoy.
I might.
All
I,
right.
you know,
Andy.
I will enjoy it with a freaking joint in my hand.
I'm grateful that they all passed away, but condolences to their families.
Whatever.
That's pretty mean. But Andy,
I say condolences to their families. I don't need to hear
Pretty
Jerry
fucked up.
Garcia anymore. I already see his ice cream Jerry Garcia everywhere. Whatever.
All righty.
Andy.
Yeah, my second track is going to be off the debut album by 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine.
Oh, I almost picked that.
It's a good song.
Great album.
Yeah, great album, and I haven't heard it in a long time. But what the hell was it?
Which the first track
Oh,
or the second track?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Head Like a Hole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like
the first
Head
track.
Head like a hose.
I'd rather
black as your
die
soul.
than give you
I'd rather
control.
die than give you control. I love that fucking song.
Bow down to
Before
the
the
one
one
you
you
serve.
serve, you're gonna get what you deserve. Love it, man.
Yeah. So head like a hole by 9 Inch Nails.
Cool.
There's my
Aw.
second track off of side 2.
Yeah, you
All
know
right,
what?
Travis.
They have a great live album. Check that out too.
Oh yeah.
They have
I
a lot
didn't
of
know
great albums.
No, I'm talking about the live album.
live.
Really good.
Yeah. Their live performances are amazing.
Yeah.
They're touring this year because
He just didn't. Trent Reznor just won a Golden Globe for something. I think
He does a ton of
Oh, yeah, he does.
he does a
Yeah.
ton of soundtracks.
Yeah,
He did.
Did he do Dune?
I think he did. He also
possibly. Yeah,
He
it was
also
one of
did
those.
that one.
Yeah.
What was that? The Social Network. He did the thing. He won
Yeah.
for that
Mm.
Academy Award.
Okay.
No, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but he won for that though.
Yeah.
All right.
I might go see them this time around because
They're amazing live. I
Really?
need to see them. But like every clip
is
you
it
ever
a
see
them or a him?
them, he has a band with him.
Yeah.
But are they the same people?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
because what's his name?
Well,
Robert
it's
Patrick
it's
isn't in
it's,
there
it's a
no more.
touring band that changes every few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
But I mean,
Robert
like
Patrick-
there is a second official member now for the past
Yeah.
few years. There's another
All
official
right.
member, but I think all the members that are touring with him right now have been in the band for like at least 10 years.
Okay.
because Robert Patrick left them
Yeah,
to start Filter.
It was
Yeah.
like Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy type.
No,
of
no.
band,
No,
in
it's not
in the
like that.
studio, yeah. Well, in the studio, it's just him.
all right.
Yeah. But he takes a
All right.
touring band on
Yeah.
a touring band out with him.
All right, Travis, what do you got?
All right, we're getting really heavy now. Because around late '89, that's when the Florida death metal scene was rising up. And I forgot this album came out in 1989, man, but I couldn't leave this band off my metal album list. From Altars of Madness, The Morbid Angel, Immortal Rights. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What a kick to the face song, dude. It's so evil, but yet it just rocks. It's so amazing. One of my favorite death metal bands of all time. Love me some Morbid Angel, and Altars of Madness is a masterpiece. Immortal Rights.
Yeah, that's another band that I've heard about. I'm a big thrash guy, but I've never Never really
The
heard
first
them.
couple albums are good, but after that, it's just a lot.
I would also
For me, death metal is just a lot of the same. It's like there's only so much you can do with it.
maybe you'd like Atheist. Atheist is a good death metal.
I love death because they do more with it. I love like technical and progressive death metal. So
Check
like
out
Carcass, I love Carcass.
Check out Unquestionable Presence from Atheist. That's a great death metal album.
All right, Joseph.
All right, so from something very heavy to something very not heavy. So I don't know how many people on this call knew this. It might shock some people, but there was an album that came out in 1989 called Presto by this band called Rush. I don't know how many. I think it didn't get a lot of news. It might have passed over some people's heads, but this album did come out in 1989.
Is that a unreleased album?
It might be. I mean, there's a guy here wearing a Rush shirt that didn't know this came out in 1989. But I mean, I
wrote down the wrong damn song. Damn it!
I know, and I'm never gonna let you live it down.
Is that a bootleg?
Of all the
I'll
people
give
to
you a
write down the
bootleg.
wrong Rush song, it would be you, Mark. Everyone knows that I'm not a very big fan of this era of Rush, but one thing that I've always said is that one of the greatest songs that they ever wrote is The Pass.
Absolutely.
And so I absolutely, one of the first songs I wrote down for 1989 had to be The Pass. So that is my track 8 is The Pass by Rush off the album Presto, which did in fact come out in 1989.
We did review that album, and motherfucker Jerry picked it, so he got the first song and he got to pick The Pass, and I was like,
That's
you
a great review.
motherfucker! I was so pissed Jerry picked that song.
Well,
again, folks,
that's our rule. When you pick an album to review, you get to pick the first song.
And again, folks, we just, as a reminder, not this album. Not this album. This album.
Okay, boss.
Even though Rolls of Bones was the better album.
I don't like either one of them.
No.
I love both of them. I love every Rush album.
I like Rolls of Bones better.
I love every Rush song.
No, this is a good album. That's a good album.
Yeah, but compare between the two.
Between the two, I don't like either one.
Rolls of Bones.
Marty,
Here's
what do you
a
got,
great
man?
song.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't mind me continue the piggyback on the past, but the first verse, just listen to these lyrics. Proud swagger out of the schoolyard, waiting for the world's applause. Rebel without a conscience, martyr without a cause. That's some beautiful lyrics right there.
Without a conscience.
Neil Peart is just the ultimate lyric writer, in my opinion.
He said it was his favorite song to play live. He said too.
I didn't know that actually.
Yep.
So anyway,
the whole band said that was their favorite song. So
I think it's possibly his best lyric writing too, which is he writes a lot of great lyrics. But man, that the lyrics in that are so fucking heart telling.
Yeah, when I was reading the lyrics, I was like, wow, that's deep,
Yeah.
So anyway, my choice.
That's definitely going to show up later on my list.
So anyway, I do actually do a genre jump a little bit here. I forgot my man Phil Collins is on this list, and
he's got a few of them on there. Yeah,
I wish it would rain down with Eric Clapton on lead guitar. Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. You need to get off Eric Clapton. The guy's a magnificent guitarist. He's not like he's not all flash like Eddie Van Halen and all these other guitar players. Just a fantastic guitar player. So
I love when he plays on other people's songs.
I agree with RMCP on that one. I am not a Clapton guy.
I love when he plays on other people's songs. I think he's one of the most.
I like the Slow Hand album. That's about it.
I think he's one of the most overrated songwriters on planet.
He's an overrated guitar player.
I love when he plays on other people's songs.
Listen. This is what I've always said about Clapton. I like him in bands. I like him in Cream. I like him in Blind Faith. I like him in with the band
Derek and the Dominoes.
Derek and the Dominoes. And I like him in the 80s when Phil Collins produced him. And I like him in the 90s. I don't like any of his 70s solo shit. It sucks.
I love everything Eric Clapton did from beginning to
every song he writes is in A fucking minor.
Because
it's like, dude.
Andy, you're a genius because you're correct.
It's in the way that you use it. It's one of my favorite songs. Or After Midnight.
Eric Clapton is a perfectly rated guitar player. I absolutely adore him. I actually
the way to use it is a great song.
I saw the full concert footage of the Cream reunion at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, he's great in groups. He's not good by himself.
I know I've grown to really like his solo music too. I like his solo music.
I like his solo music in the early 80s and 90s. I like it when he redid After Midnight for the Miller
Yeah,
Junior
the
Jack
beer commercial.
That song was way better than the original.
Cream
Yeah.
rolls.
I like
Let
this.
it all hang out. We're gonna let it all hang out.
Oh
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the one where he
That-
slowed
slow
it
blues
down for
version
the Miller,
of
the
it.
MGD commercial after midnight. He made it more bluesy and a
That's
lot better.
when they said she was pretending.
Yeah, but that's
Ugh.
what this first album was. It was an homage to the scuffle music of the 50s and 60s in England.
And I
Cream
like him in the
rolls.
Yardbirds also.
You know what? Cream rules. You can all go suck it if you don't like
I
it.
just
I
said
will
Okay.
I
suck it.
love Cream. I don't
I
like
don't.
him solo in the 70s.
Love them in the 70s. So
Oh, I hate this.
All
hate
right,
that
now,
album.
enough of this overrated.
Okay,
You want
so
to
Phil
you want to
Collins,
know
I
what
wish
you
we would
want to
rate
know
Um,
what the best version of White Room is? That.
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
Get the
no!
hell out of here.
Get the hell
Well-
out of here on that one.
what
Mark
was
on
that
and Taylor,
anyway?
what do you
Ace
got?
Frehley.
Oh, Ace Frehley.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
That
Yeah,
tells
I'd rather
you
go-
all you need to know about that song.
I'd rather
Cream
go blow my
rules with
brains.
Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker. Come on, man.
You can have it.
Oh,
Mark, what do you
the-
got?
I'm not a fan of most
Ulysses,
60s music.
Oh my God, such great shit.
I am not a fan of most 60s music.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where
All
are
right,
we?
for the fifth time, Mark, what do you got?
Mark who?
You.
Alan Taylor.
Alan Taylor. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. You know I'm on a slick trip. I'm always ready to kick
Yeah.
ass up on the stage. I'm in the rage. Yes, I'm having the time of my life. What a sweet, sweet life it is. Heaven's Trail, No Way Out. Tesla, one of the greatest songs of all time. That album in 1989 never left my CD player. I fucking love that album. My favorite Tesla album. I love the first album, but that album might be coming up next week. Spoiler
That's my
alert.
favorite Tesla album too.
It's a fucking great fucking Flight to Nowhere. Fucking great fucking album. Love fucking
Going
that
down.
song.
I'm on the flight to nowhere. I love
Going
that.
down, I'm getting nowhere fast.
The Way It Is my favorite song, but
Paradise. Oh my God. So good.
All right.
Dude, those crazy
agree.
nights.
Yeah. Lazy
Yeah.
Days and Crazy Nights. Great fucking album. But No Way Out, Heaven's Trail. Heaven's Trail, No Way Out. One of the best songs ever by Tesla.
All right. My pick is going to be a David Bowie track. He had a band in 1989 called Tin Machine.
Great album.
Under the God, man. What
Under
a
the
fucking
God.
rocker that tune was, dude, man. Holy shit. Reeves Gabriel is a great guitar player, man. Pretty solid band. Weird fucking video, too, with all the skinheads and the mosh pits and all that jumping off the stage. It was a political kind of tune, I guess, but it was a fucking jammer, man. I love David Bowie, man. He's done so much different shit in his career, dude. And hearing that was totally a total shock, man. And I thought it was cool as fuck, man. Because the whole
David
album
Bowie
was,
rules, dude.
yeah. Well, the whole album wasn't heavy like Under the God
No,
was, but it had
but it was a
great.
good
The
album.
writing was. It really was, yes.
I got the remastered
Yeah.
version of that album.
Yeah.
We did do a review on Freeform without you, Jerry. You weren't there at that time, but me and Lee
Yeah.
did that album.
That's a fucking great tune, man.
Yeah.
I might listen to that album when we get off here, actually. But all right, then next track, Andy, you're up.
Yeah, third track on side 2. It's off the album Doolittle by the Pixies.
Great
And
album.
that's going to be Debaser. I
That's
love
a-
that song.
That song rules.
That whole album is fantastic. I don't know why they compare them to, they always mention Nirvana. They're completely different. They don't even sound anything alike.
I liked him way better than Nirvana. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I like the big.
Do I like them more than Nirvana? I want to say yeah, I do. But the Pixies, my third track is going to be Debaser.
I like Dinosaur Jr. way better than Nirvana too.
Oh, I love Dinosaur Jr. We never
Oh, yeah.
Dinosaur Jr.
Love
I like
Dinosaur
him quite a
Jr.
bit. I love Jay Mascis. I think he has a great guitar to him.
I love the Breeders too. Great band too.
I could do without him.
All right, Travis, what do you got, man?
I ride alone. This and I must. God in heaven, my only friend. Will I live to see my journey's end? Metal Church, Badlands.
Mike fucking Howe, man.
Jerry, you
Mike
didn't pick
fucking
that?
Howe. Blessing in disguise.
Maybe.
That song's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great fucking tune, dude. That whole album's fucking Man, I love that band so much. I can't talk enough about them.
And we did do a review with Jerry on that album.
Mm-hmm. That was the
And
very
Metal
first
Mike.
one, actually. The
Yep,
very first
Metal Mike,
episode,
yeah.
actually.
Did it have
Great
the
picture.
douche on there?
What's that?
Did it have the douche on there?
No, I don't think he was
Good.
on that album. Was
Then
he?
I'll go check
No.
that one out then.
Yeah, it was just us three
Yeah.
on that one.
Good.
Yeah. That's the era where he was bitching about because I was the guest or the new host and he wasn't or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. That was a weird time.
He was
But-
jealous because you're better. There you go.
Or, I don't know about that, but
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, you are.
Sexy.
Way better.
all right. Who's up next? Joseph
Would be me. All right. Well, a little bit out of left field because this is an album that people don't always talk about with this guy because people really get sick of the lead single, and that is Billy Joel, and the album that he put out in '89 was Stormfront. And
I love that album.
I'm not going with We Didn't Start the Fire. I'm not going with Downeaster Alexa, even though I do love that song.
Mattered.
I'm going with the other single.
I
off
go
that
to
album.
extreme.
I go to Extremes.
Great song.
Yeah.
Amazing. Heavy Billy Joel song. Driving guitars on that. His vocals are great on that song. One of my favorite Billy Joel songs. So that's my
I
track.
saw
9
that
is
tour.
I go to Extremes.
I saw that tour in San Diego.
Or as he would do it live sometimes. Sometimes I go to Ice Cream.
I know I've seen him twice, and I saw him like last year, and I saw him on that tour, and that I went and saw him last year. So.
He had a hell of a band on that tour.
Yeah,
I hate We Didn't Start the Fire.
I like that song.
love that song.
I love that song.
I like that
Whoever
song.
redid it could fuck off though. That redid.
Oh,
I
no.
agree. I'm gonna have to agree with Travis on that one. I don't really care for that tune either.
I love that song. But
JFK blown away. What else had I got to say? Come on, man, that's awesome.
But that the remake by what the fuck are their names?
They suck. That's why I don't remember who they were, but we know they suck.
Was it Fall Out Boy?
It was Fall Out Boy, yeah.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy is one of the worst bands I've ever heard in my life.
are very
I
bad.
like them all right.
I'd
They are
rather
very
listen to
bad.
Blink 182. That's how bad they are.
I like both of those
Blink
bands.
182 is much better than Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I like,
I give them a compliment.
Wait. I like Blink 182 and I like Fall Out Boy.
Hey, I like Blink 182 because "Let's Stay Together for the Wife and Kids" is a great song.
I like
God.
I like My Chemical Romance.
I love My Chemical Romance. Gerard is a great vocalist, man.
Oh yeah.
Is that dude with that white hair? Is he that dude
Three
with that white
Cheers
hair?
for Sweet
Yeah.
Revenge. Best album ever by them.
Teenagers, they scare the shit out of me.
My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy are the exact same thing.
Oh, fuck no. Gerard is more
I agree.
80s. Gerard
I
is
agree.
more 80s tinge to Fall Out Boy is like fucking sucks.
It's the same shit.
No. That's that other band. I forgot what their name are. Him sucks.
I like that one song from him called Feeling Loneliness.
If you like
Anyway.
him, you probably like Ghost.
I love Ghost.
Okay, well, that's a low blow there, Mark. That is not even close to
They
the
sound
same
the same to me.
thing. That is like three genres completely different separately. Like
I just had to get a Ghost thing in there.
I love Ghost.
Yeah, you guys, you know what? I don't care. Enjoy
Yes,
it.
you do.
It doesn't bug me if you guys like it. It's a good joke.
and you like Oingo Boingo, so that's
Yeah,
what we're doing.
yeah.
Oingo Boingo
I
sucks
get
ass,
hit
dude.
more on that than people. I get hit more on
Oingo
liking
Boingo. Fucking awful.
Hey,
Yeah, but you bring it up, Mark. Nobody else.
no,
ever brings up Oingo Boingo.
no.
You're the one that brings it up every time.
No, Jerry and
What?
Mooger brought it up a lot more than I am, making fun of me liking Oingo
I make
Boingo.
funny. I never bring a topic up about it.
Every
Did I bring
single
Oingo
week,
Boingo
you're the
up
one
in
that
this
says
show?
the words Oingo
No, I
Boingo
didn't.
first on this show.
Did I bring Oingo Boingo up on this show?
No, you did not.
No. Until now.
And thank you for not bringing it up. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, everybody else brings it up now because they know
The
I like
night's
it.
still
so
young.
I don't have to.
But you also are the one that brought up Ghost out of nowhere for no reason. So-
Well, because him reminds me of Ghosts because they suck.
I like it.
But that's
him.
like me saying Oingo
Oh,
Boingo.
him
reminds
is
me of-
fucking terrible.
That's like
dude.
me saying
I
Oingo
like that one
Boingo
song,
reminds
though.
me of what's a shitty band from today?
A lot.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, yeah,
They
I
have
put-
nothing to do with they have nothing to do
I
with each
put
other.
Ghost and
but
Imagine
because I think
Dragons
both-
in that genre.
but because
suck
I
too.
think because I think both of them suck.
Imagine Dragons sucks.
All righty then.
Let's talk about some.
Let's talk about
keep
what
going,
Mark
Jerry.
Daly's list is.
Mark D, what do you got, man? Hey, you moved over to the center square on my screen.
Hey,
I
it's Paul.
don't know how I moved.
It's because Travis turned his camera off and then turned it
Oh,
back
okay.
on.
I'm back though, bitches.
Go for it, Mark.
Okay, so this a lot of people forgot about this band released album in 1989. Probably for some reason because they usually get shit on a lot by some panels and by the Rock and Metal Combat podcast as well. Motley Crue released Dr. Feelgood. I don't care. That title track kicks ass. So that's my choice. Dr.
Well, the
Feelgood.
Rock and Metal Combat podcast do like that song. They hate the rest of the album.
Oh,
No.
I don't. I was
Without You.
I was gonna pick Without You because
Travis,
I'm
come on,
an
man.
AV guy. So
Without You.
Travis.
You disappointed me, man. You disappointed me, man.
I should have picked.
If
I
you
should have
pick
picked
Time
Without
for
You.
Change, I'm leaving my own show.
Or Brandon. Yeah, don't pick Brandon
Ian
either.
likes that song, Without You.
I'm not
Without
surprised.
You is the
He likes
biggest
Crazy
piece of
Nights too.
shit I've ever heard of.
We're all a little gay sometimes. It's okay.
I like Crazy Nights.
Hello,
okay?
sailors.
No,
Well, anyway, Mick Mars. I know Mark will agree on this, but Mick Mars plays that nice slide guitar. Remember, you were on with Dr. Fucking Wadzilla, and then you said he was like David Gilmour, and Wadzilla goes, "What the fuck are you been?"
I told that to Jerry too on our own review of that album.
Yes, I was on that review.
Yeah, you were.
Comparing
I
Mick
called
Mars to David
Nona
Gilmour. fucking
avant-garde music.
That is like the best Rock and Metal Combat podcast episode. The Motley Crue one with Mark. That's classic.
My favorite's the Van Hagar.
Not according to Johnny Vogan, but we'll get out of that. Right
I like the Van Hagar review they did for
Guys,
the.
it's getting late.
It's getting late. Let's go. Where are we at, Jerry? It's my turn.
Yeah.
This is the best BS
Okay,
ever.
Mark, you just said the song I was going to pick, "Dr. Feelgood" by Motley Crue.
There you go.
Love that song. I like the album. I don't like Rattlesnake Shake. I don't like Time for Change. I don't like Without You, but the rest of the album's pretty damn good.
Without You is amazing.
Three songs.
Kickstart My Heart.
God.
It's got some
Sticky
great shit
Sweet.
on there. Don't go away, man.
Don't
Just
go away, man.
I got it right here with me because it's on my things to throw away. So. No, I got you in my life. A while. And Mark always says that he likes this album, so I'm trying to give things another listen to. Because
It's a trap.
I even bought this the other day, Mark. You're gonna be happy about this. Others might be shocked that I bought this, but just to prove to you that I do take into consideration some things that are said, because we argued about this. But I did buy myself a Trevor Rabin.
There you go.
Album.
It looks like Dracula.
Just to check it out.
He looks like Freddie Mercury.
He does like a Freddie Mercury there.
He does what now?
Look like
Looks
Freddie
like Freddie
Mercury on
Mercury
that
a little
cover.
bit.
Yeah. It's
a great fucking album, though.
debut solo album called Beginnings, but I haven't heard it yet. But I'm pretty interested to hear it. And it's
Hey, man, if you don't like it, man, send it my way because I want to get that on vinyl someday.
Hey, fuck you. Send it to me.
Because right behind this album, I kid you
We'll
not,
arm wrestle over it.
was the debut album by by Steve Howe. Was right behind.
Well,
it.
it's in the right order, yeah.
So, I grabbed that
Yes,
one
but,
too.
yeah. Trevor should be in front of Steve. But,
Always.
all right,
so
then.
Trevor can bend over in front of him.
Ooh, that could maybe. Who knows? Actually, he's got a hot ass wife. His daughter's
Hey,
hot,
Trevor
too.
had bigger hits.
Bigger hits? What?
Bigger hits. The
Alrighty,
biggest hit
then.
that Yes ever had was fucking, not
Yeah,
from
but big hits, that does not mean the better songs.
It's a better
Where are
song.
we at here anyway? I actually
You.
lost track.
It's you, Jerry.
We're on me? Really?
Yeah. Mark
Yeah.
just said Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. If I can turn back time. No, I'm just kidding. That's
Oh,
not
fuck
That's
you.
amazing. I
love
love
that
that song.
That's a good
But,
video though. They do it on the battleship.
That sounds
What ship
great.
is that,
man.
Mark?
All right.
Daly?
I think that's the Missouri.
I think it was the Missouri too.
She's hot.
Okay.
Anyway.
Then it's
Might be
she
hot.
drives me crazy. Ooh,
That's
No,
fun.
I like that
no,
song
you're
too.
not picking that fucking band,
Man,
are
come
you?
on. Actually, you're gonna laugh at me at this song because I don't like it was kind of a super group back then. I hated When I See You Smile. I cannot fucking stand that song. But I actually really loved Forget Me Not, dude.
Forget Me
I
Not
really
rules.
dig that tune. That was a killer tune, man. So I had to put that one on my list.
If you pick
so,
Fine Young Cannibals, I was gonna disown
oh,
you.
I'll pick that shit.
I love that
You
song.
know?
Oh
I
my
hate that damn
god.
song. It's awful.
Are you gonna pick Good Thing too? Good Thing.
Good Thing.
Oh god.
Dun, 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 good
I'm Too
things.
Sexy for My Shirt came out in
Oh
1989. too.
god, no.
I love that song too.
But yeah, I was not a big fan of that because it was, I don't know, there's something wrong with I mean, I like Sean, and you know, I never did like Jonathan Cain. But I
love
guess they were
John
both.
Waite.
I guess Jonathan Cain and Waite were in the Babies together or something. That's
Mhm.
how they got. I don't know how that fucking worked
Baby
out.
I love the Babies though.
We need to spend some time alone.
I'm back on my feet again. That's a great
Hey,
song.
no
actually.
Midnight Rendezvous, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were
I
a
like
one
that.
and done. They were a one and done album. Right? They didn't do a second.
No,
album,
they
if I
did a
remember.
lot of albums. The Babies did like 5 albums.
No,
No,
Bad English.
No, Bad English did 2 albums.
Did they do two? Okay.
They did
Well,
an
then-
album called Backlash or Whiplash, one of those.
That
two.
must have sucked.
It was a
even
good
worse.
album. I liked
But
it.
I remember when I heard it, I was hopeful when I heard Forget Me Not. That was their first single. I'm like, yeah, cool, man. Sean and John Wade. Fucking, then the rest of it just kind of blew chunks a little bit.
Not
But
really. You
Anyway,
should listen to it again.
but I might. I mean, I cannot stand When I See You Smile. That song is so
Just skip
fucking.
that. The rest of the album's great.
Uh,
Rocking Horse is a great song off that album.
Walk Away, I think, son. That's a good.
Andy,
I like
you're
that
on, you're
for
on
Rocky
mute.
Horse.
Andy, you're on mute.
Andy, you're muted. I think
I'm sorry. They're such a pussy album. I'm banned.
No, that was
Go back on
Hardline.
mute. Back on mute.
Hardline sucked. That album, Hardline
Sorry.
sucked with Neil.
All right, Andy, what do you got, man?
Okay. We
I have a
are.
feeling it's not going to be Forget Me Not. I have a feeling it won't be.
It's not going to be anything bad English. God, that's so bad. I think that's what turned me away from the radio was bad English.
Oh man.
My second to the last track is going to be off of the album Mother's Milk by Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I picked this album because we're working on a 3 Shots Down where I'm going to be working on Stevie Wonder. So I'm going with Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The only album they had that I liked, actually.
I love
Good
that
album.
album.
I love that
If you see
album.
me getting high, if you see me getting by,
Knock me down. That's good too.
I love that album. I love the song about Magic Johnson, the Lakers, on that album too.
Oh, dude, they bled LA. They bled LA, but they got.
I love the Chili. I love the Chili Peppers.
I love the Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
I can't fucking stand them. But
One of the worst bands.
give
I've
me
ever
some
seen
fucking
live.
bad English. Give me
It
some
was
bad
so
English over
disappointing.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Kick it like a
I
kite.
love
Give it away. Give it
What I gotta give it to your mama.
I love that. I love that shit. That's-
You know what, Jerry? You know what, Jerry? You could suck my kiss. You could
When
suck
I-
my
when I-
That song
when I-
sucks even worse.
Fuck,
I
when I
did
saw
like the
them-
Dave Navarro
I like,
album. I did like the Dave Navarro album they did.
When
with them.
when I
I
saw
really-
them, they headlined and they played for barely an hour, and the set list was awful.
Were they naked?
No,
Thank God.
thankfully.
Thank
I
God.
saw them for the Californication tour.
I wish I would have seen them back then.
How were
'cause
they?
This
Oh,
is
they were
like
great. They were great.
I love them.
They were
Total
great.
masturbation.
Foo Fighters opened up.
We did a review of one of the later Chili Peppers albums, and Andy goes, "It was like 17 songs. You guys went less than an hour."
That's just.
I don't know. It
It was a horrible album.
In all seriousness, I just cannot get into them. I listen to them, but man,
Andy was
Oh,
like
yeah.
texting me, "Boy,
Hey, you know what?
I thought that review was going to be longer."
More of us to love because I can't get enough of the Chili Peppers. I love them, dude.
Oh no! I stopped listening to Chili Peppers after Stadium Arcadium.
yeah, I don't like anything.
that
after
is a
Stadium
great
Arcadium.
album.
I like the albums with that other guitar player that came in. Those albums are freaking great.
Oh no! I
The
stopped.
latest
Oh,
album.
Dave Navarro?
I love the album with the girl walking.
the other guy.
The
I can't remember
latest
the other
album.
guy's
The
name.
latest.
The song
Yeah.
"Dark Necessities" is a fucking jam.
Oh well, that's the name of the album as
Dark
well.
Necessities?
I think so.
No, it's
I
not the
don't
name of
think
the
no.
album, but that's
Oh, that's
There was
that
the
album
Getaway.
is great
Was it
without
The
John
Getaway?
Frusciante.
The latest album's pretty good.
The the last 2 or 3 that they put out at the same time all suck.
No,
No,
bad.
they weren't that good.
That's when I saw them live, and they played like 3
Now
songs
my
off each of
feelings
those,
hurt.
Oh,
and
okay.
they are so bad. It was awful.
Yeah.
Now my feelings are all hurt, Joseph.
I hate their modern stuff so much.
Wah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest. I like some of the stuff from their classic period. Mother's Milk's their best album. I like some of the stuff off Blood Sugar. I like the one with Tomorrow. I think Californication is extremely overrated as an album.
Ooh, that's a great album.
I think
the album from 2016
The
called
Getaway?
The Getaway is a fucking great album.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It
You know
sucks.
what Chili Peppers song? You know what one of my favorite Chili Peppers songs
Oh,
is? No,
Guys, it is literally
Listen.
11 o'clock. Can we please move along?
I'm your
I need to go to
jungle
bed.
man.
Come on, let's go, guys. Let's go, guys.
What is going on here?
let's just get off the Chili Peppers. I don't care if we're talking. Get off
Let's
that
talk
fucking
about the
band.
Ghost Peppers.
All right,
No,
Travis. Number 2.
Oh, my turn? Okay.
Yep.
Overkill. Evil. Never dies. I love that. That's my favorite Overkill song. Evil Never Dies from the Years of Decay, dude. Love it. Joseph, I was thinking about you, Joseph, when I put that song down there. That
Joseph,
song
what do you?
slaughters. Joseph, you're not mad at me about the Chili Peppers, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, he probably hates me then.
No,
What?
I don't hate anybody. I love everyone.
Oh, the Chili Pepper. I can't stand the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Okay, habanero.
Oh.
Joseph, what do you got?
Okay. So this is an album that I don't think anyone on the show ever expected me to hold up for anything. And I might never be able to invite it back on this show because I'm a complete and total going against my own word here. But
Time for change?
oh hell no.
Without You?
Nope.
Don't go away,
My
man.
art.
Don't go away mad.
That's a great
Oh.
song.
Oh, yeah, it's a good song.
That's a really good song.
My favorite song on this
That's a good
album is
album.
Don't Go Away Mad.
That song's awesome, dude.
It's
Kickstart My Heart is fun to play on guitar.
It is one of one of my favorite things that Ian Wadley has ever said on the Rock and Metal Combat podcast was when they did the top 25 Motley Crue songs, and they got to this song, and he just starts talking about how much he loves the song and said, "I don't know what the hell happened, but Motley Crue wrote a real song."
Yeah.
It's like some other band came in and wrote a real song, and then Motley Crue played on it because
That was a great-
this sounds
that was
like
a
nothing
great
else they were
episode,
doing at this
man.
time. Because
No.
Don't Go Away Mad is a real song.
It was good. It was
It's a good song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the best song they had done since Shout at the Devil.
You know what? I agree.
And that is it's one of the only good songs that they did between Shout at the Devil and 94. The only other ones are Home Sweet Home, Wild Side, and Primal Scream. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do 25 Motley Crue songs that I love.
Oh, I could.
25?
Oh, I could.
man.
It would
I
literally,
like
it
a
would
good
literally-
majority. I like a good majority of Theater of Pain.
if these two
I love Theater Pain.
if you it would literally be these 2 albums in their entirety plus those 5 songs that I just mentioned.
I like well, there's some stuff on Too Fast for Love that's good.
I hate that album with my entire passion.
I
That is
love
one
Too
of the
Fast for
worst
Love.
albums I've ever heard in my life.
I love the
I think
first
that
three
album
albums.
is so bad.
Tell me how you really feel.
Because I'm alive.
Okay, I will.
Live wire, 'cause I'm alive. Live
That song, if it
wire.
was produced better, would be good.
That's why I love you, Joseph. You're brutally honest, and I love
Oh, I hate that album so much.
it.
Come on and dance.
That's
All right.
That's a
All
great
right,
album.
Mark Daly, what do you got, man?
Oh, this song's already been brought up, but
Oh, we forgot to
Andy,
do this, didn't we?
and Andy said
No, we're on
Andy
number
said
2
that-
still.
Andy said it qualifies. Released in '88, released a single in 1989. Video was MTV premiere January 20th, 1989, and this was huge because Metallica didn't do a video for Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. Finally, the first video. By the time the Black Album came out around, it was like, okay, Metallica, please stop making videos. But it was
Right?
just, it was exciting to see them jam. And what and also the video included the the clips of Johnny's Got His Gun. So it was well done. Yeah. So Metallica won.
Oh yeah, that was a perfect video for them.
Absolutely.
It really was. I mean, it fit them perfect.
Yeah, they had two versions of it. One version they just had them jamming all the way through, and then they had the one with the movies in it. I remember they had two.
I like the movie in it because
I like the movie one better too.
Creepiness.
Jason Robards, man. Rules.
Yeah.
For democracy, every man would give their only begotten son. Pretty heavy shit.
Yeah.
All right, Mark Alden Taylor, what do you got?
I got a picture of your house standing by the door. It's black and white and
faded, and it's looking pretty warm.
Heaven isn't too far away. Oh, where's my lighter? Closer to it every. I love Warrant Heaven. Great. Janie Lane is such an underrated songwriter. You know, just because he wrote Cherry Pie because the record company told him to.
Great singer.
A great singer and songwriter. I love that song.
Can't stand their new singer. I say it all the time, but
I love Robert Mason. I love those two albums he did. You haven't heard the albums. You just seen him live doing.
I haven't. You're right. I have not, and they don't do any of their songs when I see them live.
I've actually seen them play a couple songs off those two albums.
Oh, okay.
Listen to Harder, Louder,
They don't do
Faster.
it anymore. They don't do it anymore. It was
Harder,
the first time I saw
Louder,
them.
Faster album. It's great, dude.
I can't stand all of Warrant.
Last time I saw them 3 years ago, they did everything off their first three albums, man. That was it. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, Robert, they're not singing any new songs by Robert, and it's horrible.
Well, it's because they did the anniversary for Dirty Rotten, and then they did the anniversary for Cherry Pie. So they were playing those both albums in their entirety. And then if you do the stuff off Dirty Rotten, you have to do the hits off Cherry Pie. And if you do all of Cherry Pie, you got to do the hits off Dirty Rotten, and that's a full set list right there. So they haven't gone back. They still are like stuck on that mode, even though they've been doing it since 2019 was when they did the anniversary for Dirty Rotten Filthy. They have not gone back.
Robert's voice is lacking now. Anyways, he's not even on the M machine anymore. Like Girish took over for him.
I'm seeing they're going to be an M3 this year. I think the sixth time I'm seeing them, and the last time his voice was okay, but I heard it's not gotten any better. So I'm not too blown away. I'm excited to see Winger again though.
I want you to know, Joseph, I thought about it, man, but I just don't have the funds, man, to go up there. I would have loved to seen it. I got Rocklahoma coming up. I got a cruise coming up, a couple of vacations. So I just don't have the money for Rockin' Pod. I got coming up, which I'm still on the fence about, actually.
Dude, you need to go to Rockin' Pod to pimp our fucking podcast, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't get there. Get the fuck over there.
It's at a time. I forgot. I got the.
You and Mooger should get a fucking table. What the fuck's wrong with you two? I told you guys to record the fucking shit and send it to me. I'll put it up. I don't need to be on there.
Too late.
I just booked my hotel room.
It's not too late to get a table.
Yeah, sorry, Travis. It's not that I just don't know I don't know my status, man.
Jerry, it's all good, brother. No problem.
But Jerry, it's not too late to get a table.
I may just come for the day of the Rockin' Pod itself.
Hey, Jerry, man, you and I are always going to be cool, brother.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't. I mean, they added another day. What, the comedy show or something?
Hey, we can hang out one day.
I'm just saying, get a fucking table, do some interviews.
No,
man.
I'll probably be up there that day of the pod itself.
Why don't you get a table?
Well, Jerry, you got to go to that record store together.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of fun. Yeah, that would be. There's a couple of them.
I'm not a narcissist. I would love you and Mooger to do interviews.
Let's get this going here, man. Who is it? My turn?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a ballad too, but it's from another band called L.A. Guns. Man, I love the Ballad of Jane, dude. I love that song, dude.
It's a great song.
Again, that Cocked and Loaded album, man. The Cocked and Reloaded album. They redid it. They did that without Tracy, I believe, right? That wasn't him.
No,
right?
they did it with Tracy, didn't they?
Are you sure? The Reloaded?
I don't know. I didn't even know about it to the review. So
I don't think it
shreds.
Tracy.
I can't remember if he did it, but it fucking shreds compared to the original one. But the Ballad of Jane is such a great tune, man. Fucking love Phil Lewis, man. Great singer, dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was in the band with fucking Phil Collins, but
no, that band's not that bad.
What was that band called? What was that band called, Mark? Girl, yeah.
Girl.
But
I like that. They're all right.
It's just a cool tune. It's a great vocal. I like the little acoustic riffs on it. Some Nice solo to it too. Tracy lays down a really good solo on the original. I like. So yeah, cool tune. That's my number 2. All right, now it's time, Travis.
All right, guys.
What do you got, Andy?
I am going to close my album off with a song that was actually mentioned, and I was very surprised that the song was mentioned. But I'm going to close off this whole album with an epic track. And that's going to be Thieves by Ministry off of Mine Is a Terrible Thing to Taste.
Awesome.
That track is, I was able to see Ministry once, and they were with Slayer, of all people. It was a good show. And Ghost played that show too.
That's just Mark's dream.
Huh?
That's just Mark's dream. Slayer and Ghost.
Oh my
That'd be
god!
my fucking. That'd be my fucking.
Wait till you hear the artist I picked next.
We all know.
I would have saw Ministry and went home.
No, because the Cult was there too.
Oh, I would have saw the Cult and Ministry and then went home.
And so was Alice in Chains, Buck Cherry.
Oh, well, you're naming a lot of bands I like now.
Anthrax was there, but they got rained out, so they had to skip their set.
Oh, Jerry would have been happy about that one.
Because we had to evacuate, and they didn't let Anthrax play. I was not a fan of Ghost, and I'm still not. I thought it was a weird set. But Slayer was just fantastic. But to get back to Ministry, that set that they played was just... It's one of those sets that was just made the whole day perfectly. But that's what I'm going to go with is that song by Ministry. It's going to close off my album of 1989. That's it.
Cool. Travis.
All right. Now I know Mark really hates this artist a lot.
Why is it always Mark hates shit?
I did not do that.
Because once I say his amazing name, you're going to stick your tongue out.
Travis has done that all night.
So from the amazing...
This is off the Conspiracy album.
Yes, it is. Sleepless Nights.
King Diamond.
King Diamond. Sleepless Nights is one of the best metal songs of all. It's one of the. Well, Joseph, will you agree with me that it's one of the? Will you agree with me that it's one of the best metal songs of all time?
I would agree.
Yeah, it's just what a great guitar solo, just great progressiveness in that tune. The album as a whole, I think, is very underrated.
Hey, can I give you a thing? The music
Yes,
is great.
of course.
It's the vocals that ruin the song for me.
His vocal, that's one of my favorite vocals he's ever done, is that song.
Yeah.
It's an amazing song, and that's my pick for my final track is the epic Sleepless Nights, King Diamond.
I've never said Ghost sucks or Ministry or
yeah, you do.
What? You say Ghost sucks all the
no,
fucking
Ghost
time.
sucks for me. But I'd never say Ghost sucks for you.
Whatever, dude. Come on, Mark.
Come on, Oingo Boingo.
Again, where did Ghost come up again?
You see, let's put for a second. Joseph, you know me well when I was about to choose King Diamond. And Joseph knows my love for King Diamond. Absolutely.
All right,
Thank
Joseph,
you,
what do you got?
You're the bomb.
All right, so my last pick is kind of with an eye to the future of music and something that was released in 1989 that would go on to influence pretty much the entire decade of the 90s. And Andy already picked it. Bow down before the one you serve. You're going to get what you deserve. Head Like a Hole. I mean, that album is just phenomenal. I mean, to go right from Head Like a Hole into Terrible Lie is an amazing way to open up an album. But just a great album that completely influenced the way that heavy music was going to go in the 90s. I mean, Nine Inch Nails influenced so much that was going to come out going forward. And yeah, so
I love
that's how I'm closing my
industrial
album.
and I hate new metal, but I like a couple new metal bands, so it's weird.
All right.
It's
Mark
because
Daly.
new metal had that sound, but it was just over and over and over.
Yeah, it was
Industrial had a lot of change to it.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what do you got? Mark Daly.
Okay, I just wanted to throw out there. this is my last track, but unfortunately, it hurt because I'm a big Extreme fan. Their debut album came out that year, but their debut kind of sucks, so I didn't pick a song off that one.
No.
Kid Ego?
Dreams-
You didn't like Kid Ego? That
No.
song
What the
sucked.
fuck are you talking about? Mark?
Dream Theater had their debut.
Sucked.
Decent
Horrible.
album, but I didn't pick a song off that album
Horrible.
either. Blue Murder had a great album as well,
Yeah.
but I didn't pick one off that one either. But my choice, I found another loophole. Operation Mindcrime released a single 1 year after its release. I Don't Believe in Love by Queensryche. So that's
Great song.
yep.
That song is amazing.
So I was using some songs from '88 to make up my list, but that's great.
If I ever pick one of these topics, it's going to be in the rules that no one's allowed to cheat.
Well, you know you could pick shit, Joseph.
That's
I
not
give you guys
cheating.
leeway to pick shit.
It is. They aren't songs that came out in '89.
I haven't cheated at all.
But
See,
yeah,
I would say
this is a big loophole. This is actually a whole year
the only
after
way
it came
that
out.
I would say it in my mind be able to rationalize it is if it was an album that came out in '90, but the single came out in '89, because that was the first time the song came out.
Yeah.
These songs all came out first in '88 on the album, and then were released in '89.
I agree with
Now,
Joseph.
If it was
Good
an album
point.
that came out in '90 and it was an advanced single that came out in '89, then that song came out in '89. One came out in '88, and then they released it as a single in '89.
I don't
I Don't
understand.
Believe in Love came out in '88, and then they released as a single in '89.
don't
Going back
understand
to
what
the
the
history
song
of it, though, the album was a slow start. It was a slow burner. It wasn't selling well at all because people didn't understand that it was a concept album, and a lot of people confused. But once the songs got released
Yeah,
individually,
they marketed that so badly.
yeah,
I've conferred with the judges, and we will accept Mark's pick. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Mark
Allen,
on
and
Taylor.
Yeah, there was no Oingo Boingo to pick on this year. So
Oh,
thank
he
God.
said it.
I'm going for alternative. I'm going to go for an album that became their first major album release with Warner Brothers, because they went from IRS to Warner Brothers. It was REM and the song Orange Crush.
Oh, that's a great song.
I love that. Stand. I do like Stand, but that's the worst song on the album.
What?
Orange
Oh,
Crush is
I
the
love
best.
that song.
Yeah, but the album is so good that is the worst song on the album.
It is,
And it's an
right?
amazing song.
It is, but it's a worst
I
song.
like
But
REM.
Orange Crush has always been my favorite song on that
This
album.
one goes out to the one.
That was on Doc.
Hey,
Pop
Mark,
song
hey, Mark,
is
do you want
my
me to
favorite
rain
one
on
off
your
that album.
parade?
Huh?
Do you want me to rain on your parade a little bit?
Go ahead.
That song was released in December of '88,
But it's
and so was the album.
my fuck it. Well, they had Pop Song 89 on there.
Hey, you want to know what song was released as a single in '89?
What?
Stand.
I'm sticking with
Dan
Orange Crush.
pick.
I'm sticking with Orange Crush.
You should have picked a song off "Roll the Bones."
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the album.
You
I thought
should have
when you
picked
said
the
that, I'm like,
Nirvana.
the album.
Bleach was
The album
released
came
that
out
year.
in. The album came out in November of '88, and the single for Orange Crush came out in December.
It's right there.
I know.
You can do Nirvana. You could do About a Girl from Nirvana.
Shut up, Jerry.
You got the thumbs down.
I admitted my mistake. So come on.
Well,
Mark,
I'm not
admit
going to
your
admit
mistake.
that because I looked this shit up on that one.
I don't know.
I missed
mine
mine by 2 days. So I missed mine by 2 days.
I missed mine
so.
by a month. A week, right? A week, right? A week.
I'll find out. I'll find out when it was released in December.
Okay.
All right. My number one, of course, if you know, my favorite Rush song is "The Past." Of course, love that fucking song. So that's definitely my number one. We talked about it. Blah 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 blah.
You didn't pick Badlands?
I didn't pick Winter's
did.
Call, man.
Winter's Call.
No, you didn't pick Metal Church. I mean,
No, I'm doing
But they
songs
weren't
that
a
were on
hit.
the radio,
Okay.
singles. But yeah,
Did anyone-
absolutely. Fucking
Did anyone
The
pick
Past.
Tom Petty? I forget.
I did.
Mark, I know
I did
Mark
Tom
did.
Petty.
It was before
weren't
you
here
were
yet.
on.
Okay.
I did Running Down a Dream. He did
Free Falling.
Yeah.
But
You
All
know,
right.
a good track from that album is Zombie Zoo.
It's a great
all
song.
right, this was a lot of fun, man. Whose idea was this? This was yours, Andy's, right? No, this is Mark's.
Mark.
Yeah, Marc's
Right.
been having a lot of ideas. The next two shows are both my ideas.
Yeah, right.
I'm excited for next week. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's gonna
fun.
be
And
fun.
next week, I'm about halfway done with next week's.
I haven't started yet. I go week to week. But I already know one album that's making it. I already said
You
it.
already said
What,
it.
is it already booked?
No, I think I got 4 shows next week, so I have to start now.
Yeah, we're already booked for that show. We're booked for next. Well, we're not booked for the female one. We only have one.
I'll do the female one.
Okay.
What
That's
female
cool.
one are y'all talking about?
We're doing female
I'll do a lot of-
top 11 free female fronted albums.
No.
I'll do it. Hell yeah.
That's fine. But we got one guest on that one. But that was our show, right, Jerry?
Yep.
That was our show, and we have mentions, Joseph.
I know a few of them came up on the when other people were saying stuff, but I had wrong one. Heaven by Warrant, Love Song by Tesla, The Headless Children by Wasp, Easter by Marillion, Janie's Got a Gun by Aerosmith, Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson,
That's a good.
Rockin' in the Free World by Neil Young, Shot Full of Rock by Ace Frehley, and Gutter Ballet by Sabotage. Most of those were honorable mentions because they weren't big enough hits that I didn't include them on my list, but great songs.
Yeah, I
got. You got any honorable mentions, Mark?
Oh, me? No. I mentioned a couple of the albums that I didn't pick, but probably also maybe Headless Cross. Also, Forever Free by Wasp was released that year. That's a good tune. Fool for Your Lovin' by Whitesnake. Those things, those popped in my head.
Travi?
Black Velvet, Alana Miles.
Oh yeah.
Great choice.
My favorite power ballad of all time, Whitesnake. Now You're Gone. That one.
Yep.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, let me see here. Aerosmith's Love in an Elevator. Love that song. Veronica by Elvis Costello, co-written by Paul McCartney. Bust a Move by Young MC.
Good one. Sing on bass.
Yeah. George Strait, Baby's Gotten Good at Goodbye. Love that song. And Garth Brooks, The Dance. And this album that was sent to me by the great Jerry Soupy, Bottom.
Guy rules.
Guy rules, yeah. Bottom, Wait for You.
That's a great
album. Great song.
A Disregard for Timekeeping album is
Great
album.
Man. Yeah.
Wait for You, such a great track.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joseph, that's what I was going to ask you. Have you given any more thought to Rocklahoma?
Unfortunately, I don't think. When is it again?
It's on Labor Day weekend.
Oh, I'll have to look at it again.
Okay, because it looks like me and Jerry are going to go, and the lineup comes out next week, I think. And the tickets go on sale, and it looks like the tickets are going to be $200 for 3 days.
That's fucking a great price. That's
Yeah.
an amazing price. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting like $700 or $800. I was like, "Fuck, how am I going to pay?"
And
for
I've
this
already
for
got my
$200?
room booked. And I think
So
Jerry.
you could go to Rockin' Pod now and get a table.
I might crash on your couch, and I'm just kidding, dude.
That's fine.
So Jerry,
Whatever,
you got
man.
any mentions?
It's gonna be a good time. I'm very excited for Rocklahoma, and I don't even know who's coming, who's gonna play, but I know that me and Jerry will have a good time out there for
Oh
3
yeah,
days.
absolutely. No, I'm cool with it. We need to get going. So
I got mentions. I got Duran Duran, All She Wants Is from the Big Thing album, Skid Row, I Remember You, Alice Cooper Poison, and the Cult Edie Chow. All right, so next week on the BS sessions, we are doing our top 11 sophomore albums that were better than the first album by bands. And the week after, we're doing, like I already said, top 11 female fronted albums. And we're going to have a guest on there, Becky Roberts, who is a female vocalist in the area over here. She has a band, so that's pretty cool. We're not going to have a pure sausage fest for once. Travis will be on there with us now. Any thing you need to promote, Andy?
Yeah, on Black Spinner on Tuesday, it's Al's pick, but we are, since it's the month of February, which is the second month, we are going to do bands that only had 2 albums, and that was it.
Dang, that's
So
pretty cool.
I thought that was going to be hard, but I'm almost finished with my list, believe it or not.
And
Yeah.
Jerry, you really have nothing to promote except your. What do you got to promote? Blacks. You got 3 shots down.
Yeah,
Yep. Doing a show hopefully on Monday or Tuesday.
Monday.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It's always it's like pulling teeth sometimes to get everybody on the same show, but we all have a life, so it's understandable. Let's see. Freeform could be a fun show tomorrow night. Got some good guests coming
That
on.
show will be out a week later. I'm putting that up on the 28th. So.
And what else? That's about it.
Well, tomorrow on the Freeform Rock podcast is our 500th episode. We got Joseph Staub talking on there, and we got Travie Patty was on there. We did Black Sabbath Volume 4, so that'll be out tomorrow.
I do have something to announce.
Go ahead.
So since you asked me like if I have anything from tomorrow, like I don't right now because I don't have any shows or whatever. But I'm gonna recommend a second song of the week. Since I give a song of the week when I'm on Freeform, I'm gonna give a second song of the week. And I'm gonna recommend, if you have checked it, go listen to it. Liquid Tension Experiment, Acid Rain.
Good song.
Yeah.
Great band, man. All right, guys, I want to say thank you. Good night, and have a good night, and whatever I just said.
And a pleasant tomorrow.
And a pleasant tomorrow. And you know what?
Day.
I like rum. Later, guys.
All right,
It's actually whiskey,
everybody.
but I'm out.